Vol hello everyone. It is I, your boy, Jotun Redwolf, and we are live with four fantastic streamers and wonderful dungeon masters that have, in their own times, taken me at their table and decided that that was a good idea.
And then there's me, and I don't know how the hell I got in here.
But also, Aseo, thank you for the follow. Kumo, thank you for the sippy. Aseo, thank you for redeeming first. Sky, thank you for redeeming second. Bert's Bees, thank you for redeeming third. For those of you who don't know,
for the follow.
Yeah, thank you guys. If you're not following these these wonderful streamers of mine, please do so. I'll let each of them do a little intro for themselves, and then we can explain why we're here. So let's start from left to right down here on the stream. Sky, why don't you go ahead and give ourselves a little intro, please? Kumo the call. Sky, are you there? Streams. There he is. Can you guys hear me? Are you guys able to hear me? Yes, no, maybe? Nope, everybody's dropping. There it is. Sky? No. I think they're messing with me. Was this planned? Weird connections. Everyone's like weird connections. All right, everything sounds robotic. Okay. I wonder. It's Discord. It's Discord. Tell you what. Let's see. Would it make it any better if we did jump into a voice chat? It won't let Dinah reconnect. Oh no. It might be better if we jump into a voice chat then, maybe. Tell you what, guys, we will drop into my Discord, guys, if you're in chat currently.
Just heard. Wait, but now you're. Oh, are you back?
Okay. I'm back. Hi.
Okay, Sky's back.
I think.
Okay, we're back.
Tried
Okay.
To die.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
Discord had an absolute stroke.
it had a shitstorm. I've had that happen to me once while I was online. It was weird and terrifying.
Well, but before it happens again, let's do intros. Sky, you're first. Go.
Wait, am I introducing myself or my character?
You're introducing yourself. My streamer
okay.
friend.
Hi, I'm Skylar. I'm the owner of the Catnip Cafe over on Switch. You can follow there if you want, but you should not, because you should follow Joe instead, because he's an amazing little bean. I like to be a little bit chaotic, so I'm sorry if that's not your shit. I'll also cuss really bad. I'm also playing Gek tonight, to bring more chaos.
How fucking dare you cuss?
God fucking damn it!
Like I barely drop f-bombs myself, but I mean I can if I need to, but I feel that. Everyone's like stay pure.
I have been known, and I still can't get over it. The fact that they let me do that. I have called my chat sluts before, so
I keep my potty mouth the hard way, so
they're normally amazing little beans. I don't know when or how I started calling them sluts. Sometimes it just happened. So my language is gonna be a weird mixture of things.
And that's okay, because we are each our own people. Speaking of our own people, hi Kumo, it's your turn.
hi. Wait, it's me. What am I doing here? I don't know. Hi, I'm Kumokishi. I am a VTuber, also here on Twitch. Mostly play horror games, MMOs, whatever I happen to feel like. And while you can follow me here, I am directing people to Joe as being tagged on my own channel. I am running my own simply because I do know that I have followers who have some social anxieties and prefer to only stay on my channel. So I'm just kind of covering for them. But yeah, absolutely go follow Jotun.
That is very kind of you, Kumo, and hello Kumo's chat. Hello. Next, Dinah.
Oh my goodness, it's me. Hi, I'm the amazing Dinah. I stream only tabletop content whenever I feel like it. I have no schedule and you can't make me. Currently in between sessions, I'm playing Absinthe, a drow, of course. Wait, do we introduce our characters here, or?
I mean, I know that we want to. I know that there's a thematic thing that I want to do with some of your characters, so you don't have to introduce your characters yet. You don't have to introduce your characters yet.
Enthusiast. I'll just leave that here. If I'm ever not playing a drow, like I'm sick, there's something wrong. Please call help.
All right, and last but not least, Charlemagne, why don't you go ahead and give ourselves an intro of yourself, my good friend?
I am Charlemagne Shackelford. and well, I stream over at Grand Lorien. To be honest, it actually feels weird that everybody's calling me Charlemagne because I'm so used to my
I know
community.
everyone's like, "Hey, Gran, hey, Gran."
and Rika in particular calling me Gran. So, but I'm Charlemagne, and I stream a lot of D&D, including world-renowned Dungeons and Dragons tabletop campaign, Gaunt's Cold, as some of you may be familiar with. But yeah, I stream a lot of D&D. What are our hours at? 10,000 plus? A lot of D&D.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, you stream a lot more D&D than what I stream D&D, but that's because I play mostly I play like in-person D&D more than I have online, but that is a fantastic amount of D&D. It is an enviable amount of D&D.
11,245 hours.
Holy beans.
Oh wow.
Wow.
But yes.
Have I even been alive that many hours? Holy shit.
Well, Charlemagne is a lich.
For
So
about 600 years. So I had time.
That is true. You did tell us that.
he's got the time. He just squeezes it in where he can. So
Yeah. If anything, that's a low number. I should be putting in more work.
yeah, you're on the low end of lich dungeon masters. At least in terms of hours. In terms of content, you're all the way up there. No, and I don't think he's going to tell us where his phylactery is, Taiki. I don't think that's not going to happen. But also, hi, Taiki.
I'm sorry. Was I not supposed to let people know that I stumbled into it in the basement of an old Chuck E. Cheese?
Well, I don't know what you found, but it's not there. So you might be holding something else. I want to give that one back to old Chucky.
Oh no.
But yes. So, friends, the reason why we're here is in September I held a donathon. It was Dungeons Donathons, and one of our stretch goals was that I write an adventure module, and that I was going to have some guest stars. And these are my guests, and I could not be happier to have them at my table right now. A lot of work has gone into this, and I hope that that my players enjoy it. Mainly, I told my players, come with whatever class, whatever race you want to play, 4th level, and we're gonna go with it. So it's a lot to it's kind of a lot to put in here, but I think we'll manage just fine. So without further ado, I think we'd like to get into the Isle of Lost Tides. Does that sound good to everybody?
Yeah.
Sure, you're the
I mean-
boss.
If we have to.
If we have to.
This
I'm
one's already
such a-
super enthusiastic.
All right. Can you
No, I'm
guys
just an asshole.
Way to set the vibe.
can you guys hear the music in Roll20? Is it too loud, or is it
Yes.
not loud enough?
I hear nothing and I have a gray screen.
Do I have to join the call?
So for Roll20, all you should have to do is just join into the thing, and you should be able to hear it.
Yes.
And you should be able to also adjust your audio in what is it? This
See here?
settings audios should be set to 100 already.
Yes.
I can launch the game, but all I get is a gray screen.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
You might want to try to refresh there, Kumo.
Yeah.
Oh, it needs
I
a
have 3
camera
times.
and microphone.
Um,
I do hear music now, though,
Okay.
but I
then-
just have a gray screen.
Oldest trick in the book: turn it off and turn it back on. I.e., log out, log back in.
I just logged back in to get into this.
No idea then.
First stream
Fuck
is
you,
going to be the tech
Roll20.
stream. We knew this was going to happen. We knew we'd have tech issues, but that's okay. Usually it's just Roll20 though.
Yeah.
Crusader, thank you for the first time chat. Yeah, Roll20 doesn't like some web browsers. What web browser are you using there,
Yeah, what
Kumo?
web browser are you
Chrome.
using?
No, I'm using Chrome.
Firefox.
Yeah, it should be fine with Chrome.
Oh, okay. Well, Firefox, I guess it says, screw you.
Yeah, Firefox, it has problems with
It
It's
just
okay. I
flat
don't need to hear
doesn't
no
wanna do it.
music.
This is a.
Well,
this
I'd
is a
love to be able to
weird-
see the game.
This is a weird troubleshoot, but do you have any like browser extensions that add dark mode to sites that don't have it?
I don't know. Actually, I kind of forget what extensions I have.
Because that's one that I've noticed does the blank screen sometimes.
Okay.
I'll try
It's a weird
Chrome,
troubleshoot,
but
but
now I gotta figure out
Okay.
what
it's one that I've
Let's
noticed in the
see.
past.
All right, let's try it then.
See. Is it letting you launch the game, Kumo?
Yep, it launches, and then I hear the music. Oh, wait, something's changing.
Hold on.
Something's changing.
Is something changing?
Oh, it changed.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
It
There you
changed to
go.
Good things though.
I see my map on your stream.
Yep.
Yes, I am up now. All right.
Yep. Let's go.
Hooray!
Cool. Dinah, is it the same for you?
Hang on, I had to look up what my password was.
Guys, it's fine. It's the tech
Nice.
stream. It's session 1. We can fumble through this for session 1.
We probably should have done this session 0.
Forgive me
Alright,
for having the high
let's
expectation
see.
that technology should work. You know, I'm a VTuber. I should know that scuff is part of my lifestyle now.
Okay. Device issues found. What?
Oh, I hear music, I think.
Okay.
I don't hear the music
Is it-
anymore.
Is it like the soft little?
Yeah, it's super soft.
Yeah, it's like a nice chill piano thing. Why is it called Echoes of the Harbor? That seems like a very terrifying name, but it's very calm and relaxing.
Because that's the name it was given.
I don't think the composer understood names.
Well, this is interesting. Now I can't hear any of the audio. I have the screen and no audio.
Switching to Chrome solved all my problems, so I have no complaints on my side.
I do know. I don't know if you want to try it, Joe, because you would have to start it. They did put Roll20 onto Discord.
How would I do that?
I don't know. Me and one of my groups did it one time, and it was actually pretty fun because we didn't have to change anything over.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I would do that.
I don't know either.
Listen.
But like, if
I am-
anybody's having trouble, we could just shoot that up.
Yeah,
so we can
I am.
really
I'm
see.
tech illiterate, so I'm lucky I can get this much going.
No, you're good.
I mean, I'm gonna just close the whole thing and try reopening it because that's not normal.
All right, we'll let Kumo attempt that one more time, and then we'll have to see if we can get him in. He might have to watch from stream,
Mm-hmm.
but then that doesn't do his stream any good if he's trying to stream it too.
Yeah. Like I can get your map just fine. No problem with that whatsoever. I just don't hear anything anymore.
Do you have the site muted?
No.
It's super
I don't-
soft. Maybe check your volume settings in the mixer.
Yeah, whenever I'm trying to troubleshoot audio, and I just crank the music
What-
so that they can
what
be
mixer?
sure they're not hearing it.
The volume mixer on like your computer.
Yeah. so
That's if I had it down up any higher, I'd probably be blowing out my own eardrums completely.
got it. Okay.
Yeah, I've got it turned right up, 100%. Huh.
Okay.
And I can hear all of you just fine. I just don't. And I heard the music when I didn't have the screen.
Well,
Now that I have the screen, I hear no music.
well, the music isn't necessary for your experience, I don't think, Kumo. But I mean, I know it helps. I know it definitely helps.
I'll just I'll play something to myself. No big deal.
We'll get it working for next time. We'll get it working for next
Right.
time because we're a half hour in and we're still in tech issues, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
No problem.
As long as you can see the
listen.
maps.
Yep.
Okay. So, did it stop? No, there it is. Okay. As you crest the final rise, the village of Softsands comes into view. It's nestled along the sweeping curve of a golden bay. The sands glimmer like powdered sunlight beneath the mid-afternoon sky, drawing the eye toward rugged rocky outcroppings that frame the harbor. The deep cerulean waters seem deceptively calm, their surface unbroken save for the occasional gull. Despite the tranquility of the sea, the tension gripping the town is palpable, even from here. Fishing boats bob gently at anchor, most pulled into dry dock, their sails furled, and their crews working tirelessly. You can see nets brimming with azure-scaled loggerhead trout, the prized catches hanging in nearby fisheries, their broad heads and sleek bodies glinting in the sun. The smell of salt water mingles with the unmistakable scent of fresh fish, sounds of fishermen hard at work, a constant backdrop to the scene. The town spreads out organically from the docks. From the heart of the village where the scent of the sea air is thickest, sailors and townsfolk mill about the worn wharfs, their faces etched with worry and frustration. Murmurs drift on the wind, talk of storms, of vanishing ships, and a haunted island looming just beyond the bay. The weight of these rumors hangs over Softsands like a gathering storm cloud. Further west, you see larger buildings with brightly colored rooftops standing proudly, the more prosperous homes and businesses of the town's wealthier merchants. By contrast, the more humble thatched cottages sprawl further inland, leading into the green forests beyond. Pathways wind between the structures, leading toward the central square, where the small groups of villagers go about their business, though their nervous glances toward the horizon betray their unease. The distinct clink of mugs and a low hum of laughter catches your ears. Your eyes settle on the Buttered Ruddered Tavern near the docks. A well-worn building, it's clearly the gathering place for those looking for respite from the growing unrest. Despite the weary air that hangs over the town, the tavern exudes warmth, a place where sailors and locals alike seek to drown their worries in drink and song. And as you move further into the village, you notice checkpoints along the main roads, where guards stand at the ready. Each new traveler or sailor is carefully inspected, their weapons peace-bonded before they're allowed to continue. It's a precaution, implemented by the mayor in response to the recent troubles with rowdy sailors, an effort to keep tempers cool and violence at bay. The guards, though professional, carry a nervous energy, their eyes scanning every movement, anticipating trouble before it begins. The wind shifts, carrying the faint creaking of ships in dry dock, mingling with the occasional burst of laughter from the tavern. Yet there's an undercurrent of something darker in the air. Whispers of that same haunted island, just far enough offshore that have wrapped themselves around the people's hearts, leaving a growing tension that gnaws at the edges of the town's otherwise peaceful facade. The calm here feels precarious, as though it could shatter at any moment. So you find yourselves among the citizenry of Softsands. Gek, what are you doing? Describe yourself to us and what you are doing in Softsands right now.
Yeah. So Gek is just a little, not too tall, about 4 foot tall goblin, freshly turned 8 years old, a proud little adult with very much a long bedhead messed hair. really long, almost covering up her little goblin ears. And unlike most goblins, she has a small little tail just flickering behind her. And she is currently just dragging Beck through town, just be like, oh my god, look at that one. That one has a blue roof. Did you know blue is my favorite color? No way. Blue's your favorite color too? How did I not know that? We've known each other for like years. And she's just wandering through town, amazed at every single building.
Okay, all right. So you make your way through town, and are you going anywhere in particular? Are you heading towards the tavern, the markets, the upper districts off to the to the west of the map?
She's just mainly going to begin to make her way kind of towards the tavern. That's the place with the most amount of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is very different from where we were before. The taverns here don't move, so we gotta be very cautious here, cause it's gonna stay in one place, so it's not gonna take us anywhere. So we don't have to pay the travel fee, but they should have some good drinks. She's just gonna take the very long, very nice, just way towards the tavern.
Okay.
Every so often, just now and again. Hi, Skek, and this is Beck. Nice to meet you. Doesn't get their name and continues to move on.
And some people are like, oh, hello, and you're gone. You're either ducked between a couple of people and off without a second glance, or you kind of mingle with the crowd and funnel your way through to other areas. As this is going on, Absinthe, would you care to describe to us who you are and what you're doing and where you might be?
My character is a drow of shorter stature. She's very thin and lithe, and she has this long white hair that's very prim. Everything about her is almost unnaturally clean and tidy. And she's going around to people. She seems to have a purpose, and specifically targeting people in the crowd, almost as if she knows that something is wrong in their heart, or they're feeling down or vulnerable. And she offers them a pamphlet and says, "Do you have troubles, my lost lamb? Come to the Temple of Absinthe. The word of God flows through my lips, and we can offer you salvation." And she's going around peddling her religion. And as she starts to run out of these pamphlets, she decides to head for the tavern, hoping to find even more lost lambs to add to her flock. Each time she goes to someone, though, it's almost as if you catch an eerie green light that appears in her eyes, but vanishes just as quickly.
Okay. So as you're peddling your quote unquote religion,
it's a valid religion.
To them, they're used to heading towards the Gulliver or the Holy Quarter here in Softsands. They go there to repent their sins or ask for divine guidance. But having travelers in the area that profess to be able to do the same, wandering prophets and things like that, kind of makes it a little bit easier for them because they don't feel the need to go to a building and tell others their troubles when they can just tell you their troubles. So you start making your way towards the Buttered Rudder, the most popular tavern in town, because obviously where there are people who drink, there are people who sin, and that is pretty much where you want to be.
It's not, my religion is very forgiving about people who sin. I just want to get people who are feeling vulnerable, who may need some guidance to a better way.
Also fair. But yes, you head towards the tavern. Leading us into Solrin. What are you, and what are you doing?
I am walking through what would probably be the more affluent section of town,
Okay.
and blindfold on. My best friend, Snack the mouse, on my shoulder as a tabaxi, and tapping ahead of me with my quarterstaff. Cup in my other hand. Alms for the poor. And if I happen to stumble across someone who looks like they probably have a very heavy coin purse, I try to relieve them of several.
Okay.
As I make my way through the affluent section towards the seedier portion of town.
Well, you have a long way to go to get to the seedier portion, but let's start you in the affluent portion. The Mariner's Mark, off to the far west of the map. There's obviously an air of wealth just around you. It's almost palpable. You can feel the wealth in this area. You don't need eyes to see that the people here are rich. A lot of them are likely sailors or former privateers, or those who have made their wealth through unscrupulous sailing means. And you feel that that as you're passing by people in the street, they are giving you odd looks, and it's probably your little mouse companion that's telling you, it's like, hey, they're looking at you kind of funny, and it doesn't seem like they're going to be giving up any coin anytime soon as you start making your way through the mark. But you said that if there seemed to be anybody who had a particularly heavy purse, that you'd want to relieve them of it.
I have at least some of it, yes.
All right, I'm going to have you go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check. This first roll of the game. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand.
Trying to remember. Oh my god, it's been so long. All right. Then I have 18.
18. You pass by a merchant who's talking to one of his employees. It looks to be his actual his bookkeeper, and they're fully engrossed in the conversation. Neither one of them noticing the ebb and flow of the foot traffic, and you stumble your way into them.
Oh, pardon me. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I'm blindfold. I'm sorry.
No. Beggars. Well, here, give me something for this poor pitiful fool. And the bookkeeper reaches in and he grabs a couple coins and he hands 2 coppers to the man, and the merchant's like, here you go, you poor sod. Go get yourself something, some old bread or something. And he just
God's blessings, God. Blessings of all the gods. You say, thank you so much for your generosity.
No, generous. Indeed. It all comes around. And he laughs, and they both start wandering away. Meanwhile, he has not realized that you've pilfered his purse. You pilfered his purse of 58 gold pieces.
As I get out of earshot, I kind of tilt my head a little bit towards Snack, and I'm like, no, that's as much as I could get this time. It was a little more on guard than I expected. 58 is perfectly acceptable. That's enough. We've got to keep moving.
Except Snack is now, berating you for not getting a more rounded number like 60. But you begin making your way from the Mariner's Mark. You transfer through the Holy Quarter, the Gulliver, you pass through the Saltwash Market, and then you start making your way towards the Anchor's End, where all of the taverns are. You hear the clinking of mugs, the swearing of sailors, and obviously the tone in the air just shifts deeply enough for you to notice. It's like, okay, we're no longer among the rich people. We should probably hide our coin because you're likely to get robbed here.
Okay. I'm actually going to palm half of that coin into the cup that I was carrying.
Okay.
I assume that somewhere along here there are those who are very poor and begging.
Oh yes. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
If you actually head a little bit further to the south of the Anchor's End, you'll hit the Nets, which is the poor area where
Okay.
like the refugees, the transients, and whatnot tend to gather.
All right. The very first person that I literally stumble upon, who is in that position of begging, I drop that cup with half of my ill-gotten gains into their lap.
Okay. Very good.
And I guess then I'm going to obviously have heard the raucous at the. Say that again, because I couldn't say that one time fast, let alone 3 times.
The buttered rudder.
Buttered rudder. Yes, I obviously am going to hear the everything that's going on, so I am going to make my way that way.
Okay. That being said, Gek, Solrin, and Absinthe, at various times you make your way into the tavern proper. You're hearing talks, more rumors of the island itself, far from here, where the lighthouse used to be, or where it used to run. The island itself has gone dark. Violent storms have kept ships from leaving the area itself. And at the very southern portion of Softsands, out into the ocean, you see the tide wall that they've built. That's kind of kept a lot of the storm water at bay. But that brings us to the final member of our group. Nessie, where are you? And what are you doing?
Well, Nessie is hunting for a boat.
There are plenty. There.
I imagine she wouldn't be very hard to find a boat, but she's looking for a boat who is willing to take on her specific journey, which I imagine would be harder to find.
Yes.
And so I imagine she's probably wandering along the harbor like a lost puppy, and talking to every ship captain she possibly can and getting turned down a lot.
So that is most definitely the case for poor Nessie. She has talked to half a dozen captains, if not more, and each one not willing to risk their ship in the storms that are so violently taking crews and cargo and keeping them from reaching the village and beyond. You've made your way from the western edge. You've made your way from the western edge of town, and every single dock that you've seen a ship, you've likely approached the captain or asked where the captain was, only to again be turned down, even with the promise of immense amounts of coin. Some of them are just not willing to take that risk. How are you approaching them? Like, How?
So Nessie probably loiters nearby for about 5 minutes for each one. She tentatively watches them. She's not brave enough to ask if they are the captain. She just waits around until somebody approaches them first and calls them captain, and then she goes, yes, of course. And then and she approaches. And I think probably after the first couple, she now has tears in her eyes that she's fighting back, but stiff upper lip, and she's carrying on.
So you hear that most of the sailors, a lot of their captains have been congregating towards the tavern at this point. Their captains are frustrated. That's a lot of what you've been picking up from the conversations that you've had with either the first mates or the quartermasters or even the cabin boys that have been lingering around the ships. Softsands is in a very bad state right now, considering no trade is coming in. And although, money is good, and these sailors would be more than willing to take your money to do what you want them to do, if they can't leave the docks, where are they going to spend it? They don't want to just spend it here in town because they might as well just throw it away. But they direct you. It's like, listen, if you're wanting to talk to somebody, you should probably either talk to the mayor, or you can go ahead and you can find someone, maybe some idiot drunk who wants to take you far beyond the tide wall, and hopefully you don't drown out there, lass. And they go on. I didn't know if you were trying to say something.
No, you said they, and then.
Oh, yeah. So they, I mean, they take a look. They take a look at you, and I mean, make an insight check for me, Nessie. Is Nessie good at reading people? Is she good at reading people?
No.
Okay.
The real question is, has Nessie met another person before? 4.
4.
That's in character.
These people seem to have good intentions. They want to help you, Nessie. They really do. You get the feeling that, maybe you could talk to someone who's a little bit more open to suggestion and persuasion when their inhibitions have been lowered by means of alcohol or what have you. But a lot of the sailors in the cabin boys, they head you towards the anchor's end. So that way, if you needed to speak to anybody there, that's where all the captains are. If they're going to be here, they might as well drink.
Very well. Then, yeah, I suppose you would head in that direction then.
And in heading that direction,
progressively more terrified with every step.
Yeah, because as you've gone from the affluent end of town and kind of like the middle class districts, you've now hit where you've probably read about places like this in adventure books.
Certainly, yeah. But
you've never experienced it, nor have you probably believed that these kinds of things existed. But you stand out like a sore thumb. And I assume you have Clawhador with you also?
Of course. He's right behind.
Okay. People are looking at your weird kettle. Some of the sailors have taken it upon themselves to see if they could spit within him, because he looks like a walking spittoon, and they've made a game out of it. So now you've got a gaggle of sailors following behind, trying to spit into Clawhador.
I think if she noticed that, she would start walking faster.
What's her passive perception?
I don't. 11.
They're not being stealthy about it. Yeah, like at some point Nessie noticed, probably after the first couple of like little spit sounds. So she's walking faster.
I think for the first little bit, she would just assume that they're like chasing her, like following her. Just ne'er-do-wells trying to rob her or something, and she would start walking faster. And once she realized they were trying to spit in a Clawhador, she sort of bends over and starts to take something out of the cauldron, and pulls out like one of the blankets that she uses to sleep and sort of drapes it across him, since he doesn't need to see where he's going, so that no one can spit inside him anymore.
Okay. You drape a blanket over Clawhador's opening, and the sailors are like, "Oh, come on! That was that's not fair. It was my turn." And then they
carry on. There's nothing to see here.
"Oh, come on! You're walking spit pot. Come on! Just one more go."
It's not a spit pot. He's a cauldron.
Spit cauldron, whatever. Just
no, not that either.
And
Just a normal cauldron.
one of the men goes to reach and pull the blanket off of Clawhador.
All right. Show of force. She pulls her cardigan to the side and reveals the pistol she's got at her belt.
Okay, how convicted is she in this action?
They're threatening Clawhador, 100%.
Okay,
full on.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check for me, please.
Oh yeah, she's bad at that too.
A natural 20. So
I keep that thing on me.
So you pull back your cloak and you show off your pistol. And it's not like the standard pistols that most other sailors, pirates, or any sort of ocean-faring adventurer might have. And
yeah, it's got runes carved into it that have a soft glow.
So she flashes that, and the guy lets go of the blanket immediately, and he stumbles backward. He falls backward, trips over a barrel, and as he does so, there's the sound of a bang. It doesn't sound like a gunshot. It's obviously not a gunshot, but something has gone off, and it makes the men think that they're being shot at, and all three of them just run.
She's just like, not a cauldron. See, as they're running away,
and they scramble away. Meanwhile, you found yourself outside of the buttered rudder. And you see a few other sailors like stagger their way out, and they look down at Clawhador for a moment, and then they see you with this look on your face that's probably like very uncharacteristic for Nessie, like this like almost half crying, half serious look, and they're like, oh, and you know, good day, ma'am.
She's trying to look angry, but she's welling up with tears.
And they politely urge their way past, and they continue on the road. So what do you do, Nessie, now that you've successfully frightened three hardy sailors?
That's probably the first time she's ever scared another human being in her entire life. So I think she's probably riding that adrenaline rush a little bit, and that's giving her just enough bravery to enter.
Okay.
The tavern and have a look around for what she's looking for.
So you enter the tavern, and with the four of you in there at various points and whatnot, you enjoy some good food. You enjoy some good drink. Obviously, the standard fare here is seafood. Not sure if anyone has any aversions to seafood.
Bro, I'm a cat.
Yeah, actually, Nessie's deathly allergic. She dies.
Shortest campaign ever.
Huzzah!
Oh no,
That's no good.
it's no good at all. No, unlike me, Gek is a black hole, able to eat anything.
Okay.
Absinthe is not picky as long as it's nutritious.
And we've established that I am in fact a cat. So yeah, I'm in heaven.
This is true. This is true.
The
So-
one cat allergic to fish.
Right. That would be just my luck.
But they bring out some good old fashioned mead. They bring out some loggerhead fillets, and they're huge. These are huge fillets of fish, and they also have turtle stew and whatnot. But for some of you, again, Nessie, I don't know if you've ever. I guess would you call this slumming it? Has Nessie ever eaten in like a dive bar?
Being outside is slumming it for Nessie.
Okay.
Damn.
Not that you would necessarily consider it that way, but
Right. But I mean, it's
certainly it's not.
it's not the comforts of home. Yeah, it's not the comforts of home. So Nessie, you enter the tavern, and two things immediately. Solrin, Snack has like immediately started like tugging on you and trying to draw your attention towards Nessie as she enters the tavern. And Absinthe, you know from your experience that this particular person is not of the commonality here. They themselves appear to be a traveler. Gek, for you, it's new person. It is just like fresh, new face, new person. So
Look at them.
I've
I'm gonna go
got
straight up.
I've got, yeah, I'm feeling that from Snack. I'm like, what is it now? Yes, it's. Oh, they do feel a bit out of place, don't they? I can. You hear me like take a couple of quick snorts through my nose and make my way over, and I lean right down, right next to them, and you just hear me go, "Oh my, you smell of dust and books and. Have you ever been outside before?"
It's quite a rude thing to say to someone you've never met before.
I don't care.
Oh.
How is Nessie feeling right now with all this attention?
She's almost crying.
I am like I can hear that, and I'm like, oh, well,
Why is
certainly
your
didn't want to make
voice
you
shaky?
cry. I'll take a step, kind of a half step back away.
I'm gonna walk over and be like, my poor lost lamb. Oh, you must be so scared. Would you like to sit next to me and I'll keep these brutes at bay?
Suddenly, it smells of hypocrisy in here.
Hypocrisy? I'm nowhere near them, and the choice to join me is their own, just like the choice to join my religion is their own, and should be everyone's. Anyway, can I interest you in a pamphlet?
What's it say?
It says that I can make your dearest dreams come true if you would just pray to the one I worship.
Who's that?
Oh, the god's name is Absinthe, and as Absinthe's prophet, I take on their name as well. It is a pleasure to meet you, young one. What
So
is
wait.
your name?
Oh, hi. My name is Gek, and this is Beck. Beck is a worm today. Don't mind him. And you can just look over and you can see this little possum just in entirely a worm costume made like it's in like a 6th grader play. Does not look happy whatsoever to be in this, but is willingly just sitting there and taking it. Wait, you
Really?
share the same name as your god, and they allow it because you worship them. If I worship them, does my name have to change?
Oh no, darling. They speak through me as their vessel. If you joined, I would just take care of you. As a proxy for my god, of course.
Oh no, I'm a full-grown adult now, and I don't need a mom. Thank you.
Of course not. But it's always nice to have a friend, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Friends are always nice.
So we should definitely be friends then. In fact, I feel like we're already friends now.
Are we? Is that how it works?
That's definitely how it works. And you know what? You could pray to for more friendships to Absinthe. And I would help you make that happen because I represent them.
Oh. I gotta discuss this with Beck real quick. And she's just gonna lean down and you just hear mumbled whispers. It's just the word whisper, 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 whisper.
And Beck, like, their eyes, like, kind of, like, drift in two different directions as if processing this information, and it just goes...
So Beck said we have to think about it a little bit longer because going into a brand new religion could end up hurting the gods, and we don't want to hurt the gods because we like the nature more, because that's where we live most of the time, except in these woods because they're weird and they're not pink.
Of course. But if you ever change your mind, look for Absinthe, and she's gonna boop you on the nose.
Okay.
Just really quick,
Lord
out
Saul.
of game. I cannot seem to access my token.
It's because your token's not on the
We're
board
supposed to
yet.
have tokens.
Yeah, it's not on the board yet.
Ah, okay. I'm
Your
like
token's not
looking
on the
around
You
board
guys
like,
yet.
get tokens?
What?
You guys get tokens? No,
Just making sure I didn't screw
this
something
is the
else up.
citizenry. No, you're good.
Yes, I'm this red dude right here.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't screw something else up. That's all.
No, you're good. You're good. No, above table. No, I haven't put your tokens on the board yet.
Okay.
So
That entire conversation, Nessie's just quietly sidling away.
go ahead and make a stealth check for me, Nessie, to see if you slink away.
Oh yeah, she's got disadvantage on this.
What is my passive perception?
If Nessie gets another nat 20, she's also
Nope.
Nessie, who is not
Trips over a chair.
who is not used to being outside or in a pub. Chairs and bar stools sit higher than chairs, so she trips over a bar stool and clambers over, knocks over several bar stools, and the bar stool trips the barmaid, who drops a tray of drinks all over the place.
Oh no.
But it does alert Absinthe, Soren, and Gek, as well as a majority of the tavern. The whole tavern goes quiet.
Why would they leave that there? It's so untidy.
Tavern goes
my
quiet.
goodness, are you okay? And Gek's gonna run over and try to help you up. She's gonna dust you off with like the little hairs on the end of her tail really fast.
Yeah, Nessie would accept the help, but she's just kind of like blubbering something about a boat.
You need a boat?
And she brushes herself off and tries to wipe up some of the ale that she's probably got spilled on
Oh yeah.
over her cardigan. And
You smell like the inside of a tap house at this point.
Soren is more or less just doesn't care all that much and starts making his way to the bar.
Okay, Nessie. So what were you saying again?
yes, I'm looking for a boat to charter a ship. Would you happen to know where I could do that? I was told the tavern here.
Well, I don't have a boat well, no, that's not true. I do have a boat, but not
Oh,
here.
dear.
Yeah, it's back home. But I don't know. I think there's just a long, silent pause as her eyes just get really big as she dissociates for a second. But I think. Wait, where's the preacher lady? Her god might have a boat.
I'm right here. You forgot about me so quickly. I
You
thought
just-
I made
you
more
just-
of
you
an
hear- you
impression,
hear-
but sure.
You hear Solon in the back just kind of snicker.
You're looking for a boat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you. She might have a boat, or wasn't there a kitty cat? Hold on.
I have been
She's
called
gonna-
worse.
She's
Well, if
just
you're-
gonna kind of grab what little coin she has to make like the jingle jangle noises, and she's just gonna
Jiggle, jiggle, kitty. Jiggle, 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 kitty.
You hear me like sigh, and I tip my head back, and I'm like, yes, I know what she's attempting to do. I understand. I'm not a kitty cat, but it is what it is.
Snack corrects you. In this instance, yes, please be a kitty cat. There's coin to be had.
Listen, that little bit of copper she has in that bag is not worth it. We have enough now. And I step up to the bar and I'm like, do you have honeyed milk?
No. Why would we have honey milk?
Well, because I'm here.
And who are you?
Sorry, I'm having a hard time keeping a straight face on this. Sir, I am the man who will own this establishment if you do not provide me with the drink I have asked for.
I won this in a fist fight, and it doesn't look like you got the eyes for fighting.
A smile kind of creeps across my face, and I drop a single gold piece on the bar.
Okay.
1 gold piece for that honeyed milk, or we could step outside.
He looks down at the gold piece. He looks at you. And he walks back into the back of the tavern. You hear him fumble around with something. He comes back, and it's a warm mug of milk, and he has in his hand this big sticky honeycomb, and he kind of just jams it down into the milk itself, and then he
Okay.
slides it towards you.
All right.
And-
First thing I do is I take a big sniff of this because I want to make sure he didn't also like spit in it or add anything else to it.
Okay, give me a perception check.
All right. Find my D20 again here. And let's see. I'm trying to remember. Am I? Yes. Oh, that's not great. Only a 10.
Okay. Well, it's definitely milk, and there's definitely honey in the milk now. And if there's anything else that's been added to it, you're not going to find out until you reach the bottom of that cup.
I just kind of shrug. I've drank worse. And I take it and I turn around and start using. I'm still, this whole time, I've been using my quarterstaff like a tapping cane.
Mhm.
And I make my way back over to the group. And I get there. And I take a small pull on this. And I lean down to. Oh, good grief. Sorry. Drawing a blank on the name. It just jingled the coin purse. I'm sorry.
Gek?
Gex, thank you. And I go, young one, I am not a kitty cat. However, you do seem young, and perhaps it's past your bedtime. Here, and I hand the cup over to her.
Excuse me, I am a full-grown adult. I just turned 8.
A,
You know,
a
she's-
strange.
hands on hips, very proud.
A proud 8-year-old
I do the-
goblin.
I
These
do that
two are
typical.
Very rude to each other. One assumed they were a kitty cat, and the other assumed they were a child. I feel like that's kind of balanced the ledger, don't you think? I say to Nessie.
I do the the pet, the thing. So the thing cats and dogs always do when they're trying to figure something out. And they tilt their head, and I kind of do that. And I'm like, I'm not even going to ask. And I just hand her the mug and step back.
You've been handed a mug of milk with honey inside of it. There's a
hand it to Nessie.
big greasy sticky honeycomb.
I'm gonna just look at it, sniff it, and then just go over to Ness and be like,
So, the cat doesn't have a boat, but he had this milk. Does that help?
Not quite. No. But
Oh,
nice try.
do you want the milk?
No. Quite all right. Thank you. I've got supplies for myself. You can have it if you want.
Wait, hold on. And she's gonna lean down over to Beck and be like, "Do you want the milk?"
Beck's
Well,
already
that's
starting to
fine.
lick it. Like Beck's got their hands on the edge of the tankard, and they're just like lapping at the milk, like their faces down in it. They come back up, half of their face is covered with milk and sticky honey.
Okay, wait. Now I want some too. And she's gonna drink some as well, and then continue to share.
Okay.
Is there anyone in this tavern that looks like they'd have knowledge about where a boat is?
Oh yes. Everyone within this tavern has some nautical knowledge.
It's funny because the only people that have been asked
Not
here so far
everybody.
are the 3 people who would have no idea about
Yeah,
a boat.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Everyone
go to
else.
the nearest people who look like they'd have some sort of discount knowledge about where a boat is, because we're not looking for anything fancy, right? For a miracle, it just has to be a boat.
Well,
I was just told boat.
Right?
be
Who
nice
looks
if
like
the
they
tavern
they
comes
have a boat around me?
Well, there are a few sailors that look like they're just seeming a little bit more antsy, but they've had a little bit too much to drink. But from the big commotion that was made earlier from Nessie, you guys notice that there is a like almost a platinum blonde haired individual. He's puffing away at a cigarette, or the fantasy equivalent of such, and it doesn't look like he's taking a full draw of these cigarettes. He's just and he's just watching the 4 of you rather intently from the corner.
What does his deal look like? Because I am currently focused on aura reading, so I have advantage on insight check. Can I
Okay.
insight check his deal?
Yeah, go ahead.
Meanwhile, Solrin's just over there, whispering to Snack, like, I don't know why the hell we need a boat either. No, it's not my job to ask. I don't care.
I think
That's 13 on
Yes.
insight.
I will keep my ear open.
Nessie would be like, not in any sort of obvious way, like she's not grabbing onto Absinthe or anything, but she'd be just like subtly hiding behind Absinthe, and sort of inadvertently, accidentally giving her guidance.
Okay.
Just like sort of delegating somebody else to do the job, and in that way, just sort of accidentally guidance.
Nessie's like, I'm used to this.
Would kind of get her cloak a little bit so that the view of Nessie is even more obscured, because she's got a bead kind of on how everyone's feeling, and she thinks she can use this for her advantage. So that'll be a 17 insight on that guy.
He's obviously overheard the need for a boat. And it seems like as that topic comes up among your conversations, that's what he's keyed in on. He's got his boots kind of resting not on the table itself, but on the adjacent chair. And he's got looks to be a wolf pelt around his shoulders, as well as a targe leaning against his chair. And from what you can see, Absinthe, this man himself is indeed a man of the sea. You can see the weathering on his skin from being on the boat for so long. And it looks like he kind of commands the room in terms of staying within this tavern. He's been here long enough that he's kind of the one that a lot of people like look to if they're not captains of ships themselves. And while there are other captains around, this guy is actually focused on all of you.
All right. So with that knowledge, I'm going to saunter over a little slowly so Nessie can keep up, but not so slow that it's obvious that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to put one hand and kind of lean towards the table and say, "You look like a man who has a tale and is quite keen on our conversation. Do you happen to have the answer to our prayers?"
Oh, your prayers. I wasn't aware you were praying. Oh, ho, ho. And then he takes a few more puffs of his cigarette. He's like, I don't know if you're sure what you're getting into by asking to get a boat.
Oh, well then why don't you regale us with the tale? And of course, you know, I do pray. I am a woman of the cloth, and I also listen to prayers. Is there anything you're praying about, sir?
I just pray that we can get out of dry dock soon. And he keeps puffing away at the cigarette. Again, he's not inhaling. He's just puffing, and the cigarette withers itself down, but it doesn't look like he's getting anything out of it. And after a while, he puts the cigarette out, and he pulls out another one and lights it up. You heard about the tales of what's gone on. There's storms, and the lighthouse has gone out, and they've unfortunately forced us all to not leave Softsands. I haven't left the sands in almost 2 months. Getting a little stir crazy.
You're not allowed to leave.
Well, it's not so much we're not allowed to leave. It's more like, and he's wondering where that voice came from, because he's like he was addressing Absinthe, and all of a sudden a second voice comes out. You got yourself a twin there.
A little companion, don't worry about it.
Well, it's not that we're not allowed to leave. It's not safe to leave. Once you breach the tide wall, you open yourself up to all kinds of storms, and no one's willing to lose their ships. Their ships are their livelihood. They lose the ships, they can't carry cargo, they can't transport passengers. And it's just a big mess.
Nessie sort of peeks out from behind Absinthe. But are you not sailors?
Aye, we're sailors, lass. We're sailors.
Well, what's good as a sailor who can't sail?
Exactly. We're no good sitting here. But nobody's willing to risk it. Well, nobody's saying anyway.
Do you want to know anyone who would risk it?
That depends. How much is the risk worth?
Well, I just need to get to the island. The price is not an issue here.
The price is not an issue. Alas, I think you'd find that a conversation or two with any sailor here, any sea dog, you're gonna find that the price is quite astronomical. There's no way that you could even afford to.
You must have misheard me, because I said price is not an issue.
Also, wouldn't it be quite the glorious tale to be able to say that you sailed to the island and back? I think that would net you quite a few more customers to know that somebody was as brave and sailed as true.
Listen, lassies, I myself am a cargo sailor. I ship things from one place to another, and as great as a tale as that would be, as blue of a mark as it would put on my reputation, I don't know if it's worth risking my ship for, or my life. You know, sailors that have gone out towards the island, towards the lighthouse, they haven't come back. Not much of a tale to tell of a dead man. Haven't you ever heard the old adage, dead men tell no tales?
And yet living ones build their reputation. So if you can survive, you would be quite amazing. A hero even. Someone of legend.
Up to the task, then I suppose we can just go find someone else. There's plenty of sailors around here.
True, somebody more brave has got to be in this tavern. We shouldn't waste our time with those who won't even try.
Yes, no one's ever written a book about someone who doesn't try something.
Oh, they do, but they're usually just footnotes and die quickly.
The man kind of like eyes the two of you very, very carefully. And in this whole interaction, he's finished yet another cigarette, and he pulls out another, and before he even like puts it up to his lips, he's like, You said price was no object?
Yes.
Let me see what I can do. And he puts a cigarette in his mouth and he lights it, stands up, and he goes to walk past all of you.
Did he have a boat?
Good work, Nessie. See what happens when you believe in the power of absence? Things get done. Now, if he doesn't come back, I suppose we'll have to try our luck again.
Yes,
But
darling.
I have faith.
Thank you for your help. Absinthe is your name?
Yes, and also the name of my god. If you're feeling grateful, a prayer or two offered up wouldn't go amiss.
Oh, I suppose if I have the time later.
Oh, come on there, girls. Come on. Hey, come over here and sit with old Caddy. Hey, I heard you were looking for a boat. What you doing talking to old Captain Chip for, anyway? What'd he say he could give you? He say he'd look into it, did he?
Mm-hmm.
I want to immediately scope this guy's intention out.
Okay.
23.
This guy is an old sailor. Like he is long since been from the sea. He was probably born at sea, and he's just all about getting into someone else's business. He's probably been eavesdropping the entire time.
Does he seem competent, or does he look like he's gonna fleece us?
He's just an old man. Probably has a lot of rumors and knowledge about the area and the goings on. So it might not be that he's offering any assistance, but kind of asking like, why are you talking to this person?
Well, this is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say he's just nosy.
Yeah, he's nosy.
While that was going on, though, Snack has run down me, and scampered around everyone, and is now sitting on his hind legs, looking up at Gek. Just kind of nose twitching,
Okay.
almost expectantly.
What are you? And she's just gonna bend down, look eyes really wide, and just like bring just Beck a lot closer as well. And just like, what do you think they are?
And you'll see Snack will kind of lean up with on his little hind haunches, and his whiskers will twitch just real close to your face, and then sits back down, still expectantly.
Why? Do you know what he wants? I don't know what he wants.
Solren will step over at this point and kind of lean down and just softly say, I do believe he's actually expecting pets. He's needy that way.
Crush him?
What was that?
I won't crush him?
Oh, so long as you're gentle, he'll be fine.
You know, she's just gonna take one finger and just very gently just boop him over and over again on the head.
Yeah. After a minute of that, he seems satisfied and runs back up my pant leg and settles back on my shoulder, contented.
Okay. So Snack goes ahead and does his little interaction with Gek and Beck, and Beck is kind of like, again, Beck is a possum in a worm costume. So it's not hard to tell that it is indeed a possum.
Yeah.
It's probably harder to tell that the costume is indeed a worm. So the small interaction between Beck and Snack is kind of just like two animals that have acknowledged one another. They've probably been in existence in the same forest at some point in their lives. But before or beyond that, like it's just, you know, it's two animals interacting. Like it's like they go to the watering hole, they acknowledge one another, and then they just keep drinking.
What's up? All right, bye.
Yep.
But yeah, so Absinthe and Nessie. So what did the two of you do after this old man just kind of pipes up about what you've
He's asking us like why we're talking to that guy, so I think Nessie would be like, is there something wrong with that fellow then? Should we not be talking to him?
Oh no. If anything, he'd be the one to get you where you need to go. But I don't know if his crew's kind of up to it anymore. I think that's why he went to go see.
Why would they not be up to it? They're sailors, no? Isn't that what they do?
Well, he's been here for, what did he say, about 2 months, and probably more along the lines of 4. He was trying not to make himself seem too stir-crazy. And he looks around and he motions the two of you closer.
Absinthe will lean in. She's always keen for some gossip.
He had a full crew, and after the first month or so of dry dock, they up and left him. Went to seek fortunes elsewhere. Kind of left him a little raw about it all. You know what I mean?
A little high and dry, you might say.
Aye. And he makes that remark and then notices that you are blind and says, "Oh, well, come on, tell you what, food and drinks are on me." He says, Tassie, go ahead and put it on my tab. And you see the barmaid roll her eyes, and she makes a comment about like how he never pays his tab, but she still brings him food and drink anyway.
So, dear elder, you must hear quite a lot of tales. Many people must trust you with their stories.
Oh, aye.
Is it unusual for such a long period of storms to strand people like they are? Is there some sort of explanation other than just nature that everyone is kind of stuck here?
And he tries to like hush you a little bit, and he uses his cane to push out chairs for all of you so you can just sit down. You don't have to stand there awkwardly around his table.
Gekka's just gonna remain standing.
Okay.
Absinthe will take the closest seat to him.
Okay.
I'll sit across the table from him.
Okay.
Nessie will take the farthest seat from him.
So Gek stands, Absinthe is right in it. Solrin is directly across from him, and Nessie is just trying to be as obfuscatory as possible. Like, she is so far off.
What a shotgun of personalities we have.
I know, I love it. I love all of it. So he leans in and he says, "It's not normal, no. Rumor has it, long ago there was a dragon. And this dragon, Foldernax, he looked after the island and the seafaring folk of this land and made sure that they had safe travels. He helped the elders tend the lighthouse, and the fishing was as prosperous as ever, and the wind was always in favor of your sails, always. But within the last year or so, it's been nothing but storms, shipwrecks, and tragedies. Lost a lot of good people. First, they thought that they could take care of it themselves. Went to travel to the island and never saw hide nor hair of them again."
Nessie's frowning at that.
So you're saying there's treasure?
Oh, aye. If you make your way to the smuggler's den on the south side of the island, there's plenty of treasure to be had there, I assure you. But
a big grin splits Solrin's face. Just, I'm in.
Smuggling is against the law.
This must be why I was called here, to bring you all a miracle and solve this mystery of the dragon or whatever. But yes, my goddess clearly called me here. It knows that there's believers among you.
I believe the only miracle we might see is if you would grow a personality.
I know what you look like, and I'll remember it forever. Anyway,
Sorry.
tell me more about this dragon.
Well, this Baldernax was this great bronze dragon who had such a way with keeping things safe. Had control over the weather, some might say. But that's just a fairy tale, obviously. But whether there was truth behind it or not, it seems like Baldernax isn't around anymore. Because now the storms have increased. And there's a thick fog that's rolled in on that island. Now,
How do you spell that? Faldrun?
Baldernax, and he starts to think he's like Feldrnax.
Thank you. Carry on.
Oh yeah. Oh, where was I? Oh, I'm so sorry. And the barmaid.
How did he control the weather?
Aye, it's dragon magic, or so they say.
I've never seen that.
Have you seen a dragon?
No.
Well, oh, then how do you know
Well-
they don't have dragon magic?
No, wait. Have I seen a dragon? And like she starts thinking really hard. You can very much see gears kind of turning in her head. No, I've seen a dragon, but like they're more like fairy dragon. Is that not what he is? Is he not a fairy dragon?
Oh
They're a little
no,
smaller.
I feel like he's probably much larger than any fey creature.
Oh. I want to go see it.
Yes. If that person can't get us to the island, you, who must know everyone, who would be able to?
As I said, he's the only one crazy enough to risk his ship to head out that way, but I think he's got a little bit more tied up in that lighthouse than he does in the safety of his vessel. The lighthouse comes back on, and ships can start coming back into harbor, start leaving again, start making money. Sailors can start doing the sailing that they're meant to do.
Well, then I will grant you this miracle and we'll figure out how to get that lighthouse back on. How's that?
You be doing more than just me that favor, lass.
Well, then I shall make believers out of all of you. You three, clearly you should help me, right? Right. You all seem to have some sort of vested interest. Now we're all friends. How fun.
Well, I'm going to the island no matter what, so...
If I follow you, I can see a dragon.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely. And what about you, Kitty Kitty?
I do believe I've already stated there's treasure afoot.
How deep? All right, great. Now we're a crew. Let's go find that captain and see if we can get us a boat, shall we?
That's interesting that the puddle is calling me deep.
Do any of you know where he ran off to?
And she's just kind of like looking around the entire time.
What did he look like again?
Don't ask me. It's pretty obvious I don't know.
He looked
know?
like dark shadows among more dark shadows.
Oh my
But
goodness.
he sounded like he had a voice, that's for sure. He was a shadow with a voice.
Small one. I greatly enjoy you, small one.
Wait,
Absinthe leans down to Gek and just says, "Make sure you put all of your valuables out of reach around this one. His paws look especially sticky."
oh, okay.
And then she's just gonna go up to Nessie and then just pull out like 5 rocks and a thing, like a little stick, and she's like,
These are all of my valuables. Will you hold on to them for me?
Oh, I don't know that I've the room to carry those on my person, but if you'd like, since we seem to be headed in the same direction, you could store your things in Clohador. That's what I do.
And this walking cauldron just kind of like meanders from beside Nessie and just kind of like plops down.
It's a slightly dented, like old-looking clawfoot cauldron. Like it's got very ornate legs on it. And it, as it kind of walks up to you, Gek, it carries itself with like actual poise, like it's a proud cauldron.
her eyes are just gonna get massively huge, and she's like, how does it do that?
Is it magic? Is it like the cool magic where it like animates things to come to life? Or is it like hag magic?
Well, not the second one, I don't think. More so the first one. It's an enchantment.
You're so cool.
And she's gonna place them inside the little cauldron.
Well, really, not that complicated of a spell. Not that impressive, really.
But that's so you made a life.
Well, I don't know if I'd put it that way, but sort of. No, not really.
You know, eyes just squinted, just very quiet whisper.
You made a life.
Not that anybody might notice, but I just reach up and kind of pat Snack on the head.
When you put stuff into Clohador, he like bows and then steps back after you put it in.
That's so fancy.
So polite.
You know, she's just gonna try her best. Does not look good at all. Little curtsy to it.
Aye, that's a right proper not spitting cauldron right there.
Cauldron? Is that what I heard clanking about?
Well, not so much clanking. He's delicate. But you know what they say: manners maketh man.
Well, if you're gonna be looking for old Captain Chip, he's probably gonna be over near the Golden Gander. That's his ship.
Where would that be, though?
And you see the old man kind of like thinking of where he last saw this captain's ship, and he's like, "Oh, you'll probably find him near the oh boy, where was it now? Oh, that's right. He's probably out past the by the saltwash markets."
Well, listen, I'll make this extra easy. I don't know where that is. Could you just point in a direction for us?
And he kind of points out the door. He's like, "You know the way you came in, lass?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go to the north, and then you're gonna go to the west. And the first set of tenements and houses, you're gonna take another hard left and head down towards the south shore, towards the salt markets."
A left, you said? She's writing all this down.
Yeah. You're gonna leave the tavern. You're gonna take a right. You're gonna go a fur piece. And then you're gonna go to the left, and then take another
a right
left.
at where the barn used to be.
Yeah, he's just gonna pull out a piece of paper and charcoal. He's like,
Can you just draw the boat?
I probably could if I had a little bit more ale in me. And by this time, Tassie, the barmaid, has made her way over, and she sets down some food in front of all of you, and she's like, "On your tab again, Caddy." "Oh yes, Tassie. Oh yes." And she rolls her eyes and nods, and she pats you on the shoulder. A Solrin, she pats you on the shoulder, and it's as if she's addressing everybody. She's like, "My uncle," and she just keeps going.
Damn family.
Nah, but yeah, let me get some drinks in me, and tell you what, I might take you there myself. But you don't mind we eat first?
That would be awful convenient. I'm a little bit in a rush, but that's all right. We could wait a moment while you finish.
Well, I don't want to be eaten alone. And he pushes some of like the turtle stew towards you, Nessie. And there's like, again, plates of these fillets. There's kebabs and other such things that they've made. There's hard-boiled gull eggs and other such things that they're just kind of like laying in plates, kind of haphazardly. There's no presentation with all of this. It's just they expect that the sailors are just going to eat and dirty the plates anyway, so why make it look fancy?
Is Solrin
Actually,
eating? Solrin, are you eating any of the food?
Oh, only if it's fish. That's all. You'll notice it's like, if it's anything else, like the gull eggs, he skips. But if it's fish-based, yes.
Every time you try and put your fork to the plate mysteriously moves out of the way.
You know, every time you go to do that, I stop and pull my hand back, and I will look right at you.
You can't tell it's me.
I absolutely can.
Snack's been
I will
telling
even
him.
roll for it.
Snack's been telling him.
Yep.
Like these little squeaks every now and again are like little indicators.
Yeah, but my stuff doesn't have verbal or somatic components.
I would hear. Would I not hear the plate slide?
Yeah,
You hear the
you
plate
yeah, you
slide,
hear the
but you
plate
know.
slide for sure, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what's
I would infer that the only person that would pull this sort of thing would be the only person I've had any enmity with the entire time.
Me? I don't know what you're talking about.
I just sigh and I get up and walk up to the bar and buy myself food.
I am but a humble preacher.
And people
Well,
wonder why I
I
hate
can
the
just-
church.
Staring down this man, waiting for him to finish so he can draw this boat.
so old man Caddy, he's just like chomping away at his food, taking his time. Nessie, what were you about to say?
Oh well, when he offers her food, she'd say, "Well, actually, I had something to eat just before I came into the tavern, so really I couldn't eat another bite."
Oh, but you're gonna love the turtle stew. At least try a spoonful. A spoonful ain't gonna upset your stomach.
Well, can I make like a con save to see if she can
Yeah.
be pressured into it?
Yeah.
Not too bad, 16.
16. You know, if she wants to eat it, obviously if she doesn't want to eat it, then that's fine, but it's not going to ruin her appetite.
Oh no, really? I do think that I might be allergic to turtles, so I really shouldn't risk it, you know?
I can eat it. I can do it. I'll
And-
eat it.
Do you give the offered bowl to Gek there, Nessie?
Yeah, she just politely slides it over.
It is gone within seconds.
Yeah. It's piping hot, but it's probably gone within no time. So you wait for the old man to go ahead and finish his meal, and it takes him some time, and he banters with you back and forth, and at some point, Nessie, he asks, he's like, "So you said you're going to the island no matter what. Does that even mean if you were to take a rowboat by yourself, lass?"
Well, that would be incredibly unoptimal. But if that was the last option, yes.
What's got you wanting to go to a haunted island so bad?
Well, there's something urgent that I need to attend to.
We've got to go see a dragon.
Well, some of us may actually see a dragon. You can just hear that from over by the bar.
So we're talking dragons and gold, and it seems like you're willing to spend an awful lot of money. And
Well, not so much interest in dragons and gold.
well, you'd think that I'm being so kind as to take you to where you need to go, or at least to a person who can take you where you need to go. You wouldn't be willing to share why you're going?
Well,
You don't have to answer that, darling. We found the captain first. I mean, yes, he gave us some paltry directions, but we could have gotten those from anywhere. He's being nosy. Choose to answer if you wish, but don't feel pressured.
Well, my parents are on the island, and they're conducting very important archaeological investigations, and I just needed to check up on them, that's all.
How long ago was that?
Oh, they set out over a year ago, around 2 years.
You see his expression kind of soften for a second.
Most expeditions, they take an awful long time. There's a lot of equipment to set up. And you see it's quite an ordeal. Often there's weather that impacts things, and they really sometimes are delayed by months at a time, really. There's monsoons and hurricanes, and so, these things do take time. But, just a little bit over the deadline, so I thought I would just check in, that's all.
And they set out over a year ago.
Yes.
And his sun-weathered face, given all the wrinkles and whatnot that are already on it, you see his mouth form like a very firm line, and he stops eating. And he says, "Well, it's about time I take you to the salt markets. Come on now." And he stands up and he cracks his back and he begins to hobble outside.
Gek is very sad. He didn't draw the boat.
Absinthe will reach over, take the chalk, and draw a little boat for Gek.
You see her just smile a little bit, grab it, and just head out the door and starting to look for this boat.
Solrin will be like tap walking, his way out. And on his way by, he actually stops next to Nessie and doesn't look at her, but just takes his free hand and pats her on the shoulder a little bit and then keeps heading out the door.
All right. The group of you, I don't want to say the four of you because some of you have extras.
Most.
Yeah, everyone except Absinthe. Everyone except
Absinthe
Absinthe.
travels light.
But Clawhador stays close to you, Nessie. Snack stays obviously close to you, Solrin, and Beck.
Beck is dragging Beck.
Oh yeah, like sometimes Beck just kind of like clings to the fur on your tail, Gek, and then just lets himself get dragged.
We just have our tails locked together.
Yeah, and you just drag him, but he doesn't care.
They're looped like what you do with extension cords when you don't want them to go apart.
That's exactly how it is. So your tails are linked and looped. But you're brought outside. You're brought outside the buttered rudder, and I think this is a good place for us to take a break. We'll go ahead and take a break, and then we can pick back up right there if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sounds good.
Sure.
All right, fantastic. Oh, also I need to get the shy pillowcase out of here. It looks like they've made their way in.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You can keep your
What?
cheap viewers. We've got the
Yeah,
best
we don't
viewers
need
here on
them.
Twitch.
I have no idea what happened just then.
Between 5 streams, we've got the best viewers here on Twitch. So what
I'll
we'll
take
do?
the free bot viewers, then I'll be streaming to no one, which is an introvert's dream.
But yeah, we'll what do you think, guys? Take a 5-minute break. Is that good for everybody? We'll take 5 minutes. We'll come back and then we'll keep going.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That
way
works.
Okay.
I can let puppers out. That works.
All right. So chat, we will be back in 5 minutes. So hang tight.
So they come. So I get some that are like in these like little mint tablet forms. You chew it, and then you put
Okay,
your toothpaste
okay.
or like your toothbrush underwater, and you brush
okay.
with that.
I'm thinking you're like squirting a tube onto your well, I guess just in your mouth if you're chewing it, and I'm like,
No.
how old is your did you get dollar store toothpaste from like 1970? You're like, yeah,
Chunky
this is fine.
toothpaste.
No,
Oh.
mine come in like a pill form in a little glass jar.
That makes way more sense.
Yeah.
We come back and this is the live conversation.
1800s era toothpaste. Dr. Magnificent snake oil toothpaste.
It's extra crunchy.
It's like this toothpaste will brighten your teeth and tickle your innards, I tell you what.
Now available in absinthe flavor.
Oh, God. Wait.
What would that taste like?
It would taste like the alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it tastes like my character. I'm saying it tastes like the alcohol.
Now
I was
we're
hoping
all
that's what you
curious. Now we're all curious. What does the character taste like?
Nobody better lick me. It will be the last thing you do.
One of us is a cat. One of us is a cat.
Yeah, get that sandpaper tongue away from me.
I've never had any complaints.
You will today.
Oh man.
Chaos. Let it rain.
I could bite you, but that doesn't have anything to do with taste.
I mean, if you want to, I guess, but I bite back.
So really quick, I
Almost.
want to see if everyone can move their tokens. Please let me know if you can move your
Yeah.
tokens on the board.
I can move my token.
Okay.
No, you've only given me Claudia.
I'm gonna add things here.
Okay.
Get out of my space.
I will edit that. Post
This
haste.
is social distancing, please. 5
social
feet away.
distancing. All right. Try again there, Charlemagne.
Yep.
So you can or you cannot?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Baby Nessie's first steps. We're all
Let's
very proud.
go.
Baby Nessie. You, the group of you, which is numbered at roughly, let's see if I'm doing my math right, 7. The 7 of you, you follow Old Man Caddy into the salt wash market. And as you do, the salty tang of the ocean mixes with the earthy scent of freshly turned soil and wood smoke. The bustling streets are a symphony of sound, vendors calling out their wares, the clink of coins exchanging hands, and the low murmur of haggling shoppers. Stalls overflow with salted fish, the azure scales of loggerhead trout glinting in the sunlight, hanging in rows like glistening trophies. Spices and herbs, bright reds, yellows, and greens, spill from woven baskets, filling the air with rich, pungent aromas. To your left, a merchant displays colorful fabrics, while just ahead, a blacksmith rhythmically hammers out new tools, the steady ring of metal on metal, cutting through the market's hum. Fishermen haul in their morning catch, their nets heavy and glistening with the briny water of the bay. The energy here is electric, with the constant churn of trade and conversation as townsfolk and travelers weave between crowded stalls, searching for a good deal or a better story. And all around, the sea's presence is felt. Boats creak in the distance, the wind carries and carries the cries of gulls, and at every corner, the sound of the tide rolling in reminds you that the saltwash market, for all its chaos, is tied to the rhythm of the ocean itself.
Okay. As we are moving along, I assume there are going to be probably some street urchins running around.
Probably not as many as what you think. They tend to stick towards the nets, the worst part of the town.
Okay.
But I mean there are if you're looking for specifically street urchins, there are a few around, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to surreptitiously kind of hang back in the group a little ways off. And as we happen to maybe pass by one, I kind of just snag them really quick and tell them, I'm like, here, young one, hold out your hand. And when they do, I will drop 3 silver coins in their hand.
Okay.
And I'll fold their fingers back over it and go, guard this well. Get yourself something to eat. Go. And I'll shoo them along.
Thank you. And they run off.
And yeah, I'm gonna just kind of be in the back of the group though, hoping none of them noticed me do that.
You're trying to be stealthy about it. Go ahead and give me a stealth check there,
All right,
Solrin, against everybody else's passive perception. Unless they're actively watching you, but I'm going with passive just in this case.
No,
Okay.
I'm looking for this boat.
Okay. Where'd my D20 go here? There it is. And plus 12.
12. Is anyone's passive perception higher than a 12?
Mine
Yes,
is
I have
12.
14.
Nessie doesn't see it.
Nessie doesn't see it. Okay. Absinthe and Gek, though, the two of you notice almost immediately. Like Solrin is kind of like passing off money to small children.
Absinthe makes a note of it, but ultimately doesn't care.
I'm small. He called me a child. Why don't I get trinkets?
Are you saying that to me?
No, she's mumbling it.
Oh, okay.
You just see her pout just a little bit, continuously dragging Beck right behind her. Just tinily in goblin speak, just kind of like ranting just a little bit.
Are you alright, darling?
Yeah. I didn't get a trinket though. I got
Okay.
called a child.
Do you want to be a child who gets a trinket, or do you want to be an adult?
She's gonna stop for a moment, think it over thoroughly.
Deep goblin
I'm-
thoughts.
I'm 8. I'm an adult. I don't need trinkets.
You don't need trinkets, because you are an adult. Look at you, all grown up.
Yes.
But sometimes adults can get trinkets too. It's not much, but here, have this. And I give a little, like, sigil of my own religion to
Okay.
Beck. It's just like a tiny little cameo of myself.
Yeah. She's just gonna turn over to Sullivan and just point at him, crouching just a little bit, and be like, I don't need your trinkets, because I'm not a child. I have this one. Even though he cannot see it whatsoever, she's just gonna show it to him right in front of him.
And
Okay.
Solrin just does that whole like animal like tilt the head of like, huh? Like I'm legitimately confused as to what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Small one. What are you trying to do?
That's right, I'm the adult. She's just gonna turn and continue to try to look for this boat.
That's right. I'm the adult.
Solrin just shrugs, looks over. It's kind of like turns his head towards Snack, not look over, but it's like, do you know what just happened there? You don't either. Oh boy, this is going to be a long journey. And we just keep following.
So you shift yourselves around the salt wash, and you see that there are several ships that are moored off in this area. There are plenty more, but you notice that the old man has ventured onto a small vessel down here, and he seems to be talking to someone. He's talking to a young woman with short cropped hair, and they're kind of just like bantering back and forth. Nessie, what are you and Clawhador doing? Like, what are the two of you doing as you've made your way out of the tavern and into the salt wash?
If the old man was leading us there, she would have just followed him.
Okay. So your group
worried about losing him, and so just following him closely.
Okay. So you all find yourselves among the citizenry here, and the lively hum of the salt wash market fills your senses. Obviously, it's an overwhelming thing, especially for those of you who might be agoraphobic or not used to being outside for long periods of time near the sea. But sudden silence falls over the salt wash. It's unnatural. It's heavy, like the breath just before a storm. The rhythmic slap of waves against the docks shifts, and it becomes a gurgling churn, as the sea itself begins to ripple unnaturally. Then, with a grotesque, splashing eruption, writhing creatures surge from the water, lamprey-like maws lined with rows of jagged, needle-like teeth, each one as wide as a man's chest. Villagers and sailors barely have time to react before one of the creatures lashes out, its sucker-lined maw clamping onto a nearby fisherman, dragging him into the brine with a gurgled scream. Another beast slithers onto the docks, its body glistening with briny slickness, scattering market stalls and sending crates of fish crashing to the ground. And the market is thrown into chaos, people screaming, darting for cover, as the creatures snap at anything in their path. Fishermen grab harpoons and nets in a panic, trying to fend off these creatures, but the beasts are relentless, their slimy bodies slithering across the cobblestones, leaving slick, bloody trails in their wake. And the once bustling marketplace is now a frantic battleground, and the air stinks of salt and fear. The creatures hiss, their mouths gnashing, and the waves grow darker, an ominous reminder that the sea, though beautiful, can be filled with monstrous horrors. So, with that said, I need everybody roll initiative, please.
Initiative. Okay.
Okay.
21.
19.
I got a 9.
You got a 9?
Yep.
Poor Nessie. All right.
10, not much better.
She's barely used to going outside. She's not used to seeing this kind of thing. She's stunned for a sec.
It's like, oh.
She's not even truly processed what she's looking at yet.
No, that's also very fair. So, Solrin, what is your dexterity modifier?
My dex modifier is 7.
Dang.
Your modifier is 7?
What?
I dumped everything in there. Hold on, this music is
Of your
super duper loud in my ears.
Hold on, let me see.
See if I can turn it down
My
on my end a little
intelligence is
bit.
18 and my dexterity or my intelligence modifier is only a 4.
Hold-
How
hold
are
up.
you getting it?
Yeah.
This is what Roll20 came, or not Roll20, but D&D Beyond came up with, not me.
Oh,
D&D
well, if
Beyond.
you're talking about initiative, it might be adding more
Ah,
to
there
it
it
if
is.
you have like the alert feat, but
Yeah.
Hold on.
your dexterity should
His
not be
dex mod
7.
his dex is 20, so his mod is 5, and then he's adding the proficiency.
Oh, okay. Am I looking at it wrong here? Oh yeah, I'm looking at my
You should
savings.
just
Never
have
mind,
a,
that's
you
my
should just have a
savings.
plus
Yeah.
5 to your name.
It is
Yeah,
plus
that-
5. I'm
that-
sorry.
okay,
My mistake.
okay.
I looked at the wrong spot.
That's what I was saying is like, you know,
I was
that
like,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
A 5
Okay.
makes sense. A 7, I'm like,
Yep.
hold on, wait a minute.
How did you
I
get
looked over-
24 to dexterity?
Okay, so, the initiative goes, Solrin, then the creatures, then Gek, Absinthe, and then Nessie. So we will. Actually, I need to show that off. All right, let's see. Can we see those now? I think so. There we go. Save settings. There we go. Perfect. All right, so top of the round. Solrin, it is your go.
All right. How far am I from the nearest creature?
You're pretty much in the center of, like, either way, you're probably equidistant to either one of them.
Okay. Okay. Alright, unfortunately, sneak attack won't work in this. As I assume I am not in a hidden position.
Unless you are an assassin who gets
Yeah, which
assassinate
won't
with the
work.
first attack. But I mean,
Yeah,
you could
that won't
attempt to hide and then attempt to get sneak attack.
Let's see. Alright, I guess I will instead. I am going to actually go to the nearest one. Trying to see that because I have 30 movement. And I actually cannot get anywhere near either of them in time. Yeah, I'm too far away from either of them, the creatures, to get to them. I guess the only thing I can do is move a little closer towards one that I can kind of sense in that general vicinity,
Okay.
and then I have to just hold my action.
Okay. Understood. Next up is the creatures, which obviously are going to be rather indiscriminate in which direction they go. We'll start with the one up here. This one is going to move 20. And is going to attempt to bite at you, Sauron. As you don't see it because obviously you don't have the visual acuity, but the ground around you becomes this sticky, mucusy area as this creature approaches you. It's going to attempt to bite you. It has a +4 to hit. 14. Does a 14 hit your AC?
It does not.
Okay, so it attempts to bite at you, but fails. That being said, that is its turn. And then we will go to the other creature. Well, actually, you were holding your action until it got closer, so what is your action?
Yeah. I am going to actually lash out with my cat claws to try to slash this thing.
Okay, go for it.
Oh shit. Let's see, and then that goes based on Dex. That would be a 24 to hit.
That hits. AC is 13.
Awesome. Okay, so I roll. What do I roll here? 1d6 plus 1 for 5 damage.
5 damage. Damage taken.
Slashing. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Because you already used your movement, you were holding your action until it came close. Do you have a bonus action?
Disengage.
Okay, bonus action disengage. Again, this mucusy area is considered difficult terrain. So unless you have something that allows you to ignore difficult terrain, you can still disengage, but it is going to take up half of your movement to get out of there.
I have feline agility. When I move on my turn, it's not my turn. Never mind. That won't work in this.
Well, I mean,
case.
technically it is your turn because you held action. So
True. I can double my movement speed until the end of the turn.
okay, yeah, go ahead.
So that's what I will do, and I will just kind of skip backwards and around, like until I literally my back bumps into these barrels over here.
Okay.
Away from it.
Okay. Awesome. Next up is the one down here. Nessie, you see it. And between you and this woman, I'm going to roll to see. Do you want evens or odds, Nessie?
This isn't evens, girl.
Evens? Okay. It's definitely evens. So it's gonna go for
Which
you.
means I win and it attacks the other person.
Okay. I win. It attacks the other lady. That's fair. That's fair. With evens on a 6. No, it does. It's going to move this way and attack this woman. Okay. Okay. It grabs onto this woman with its teeth, and as it engulfs her top half, you see the body start to undulate and force the woman's body past its mouth and into its body. The woman disappears. But that is its turn. That brings us to Gek.
All right, we're gonna see what this does. So first we're gonna do a thorn whip to the one on the top. I really don't want to get into that circle. That's kind of gross.
Oh, it's very gross.
Yeah. 16 to hit.
16 hits. AC's 13.
Awesome. 4 damage for thorn whip, and then I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn. I'm not gonna move just yet.
All right, fantastic. That brings us to Absinthe.
Me, little old me. Cool. I'm gonna use my bonus action to switch my focus to Mantle of Command.
Okay.
Then I'm going to drop 2 psi points into Psionic Blast and then hit the thief that just ate the woman with 2d8 psychic damage.
Okay. Does it have to make a save?
No, I am a god. Of course it doesn't have to make a save. It's gonna take 7 points of psychic damage.
Okay. So was that roll to hit, or did it have to make a save?
No, it doesn't have to make a save, or it's not a roll to hit. I just hit with this ability.
I think with Psychic Blast though, it gets a save.
Not Psychic Blast, it's Psionic Blast.
Psionic
As an
Blast.
action, choose one creature you can see within 60 feet of you. The target takes 1d8 psychic damage per psi point spent on this ability.
Huh.
Broken.
I told you!
Hacks. I call hacks.
And
I am a living god.
Okay, so it's an auto hit like magic missile, according to the Jeremy Crawford from.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
And nobody knows it was me because I don't have any verbal or somatic components. You just see this thing take damage and have no idea why. But I'm gonna make a show of praying to my god for it.
All right. Awesome. So it's just like magic missile, just so that way I know for future reference. Fantastic. Cool. All right. Anything else, Absinthe?
No, but I am going to be like, Absinthe, who is mighty and awesome, and everybody should pray to them, grant us this miracle and destroy this creature. And I try and make sure everybody's watching.
Okay, give me a quick performance check. Just I want to see if anyone's paying attention.
Ooh, it's only what is my performance? It's an 8.
People are too worried about running for their lives after watching someone get eaten by a giant lamprey creature.
The hustle is so difficult.
But you hear from me from the far end. If I had the ability, I would be rolling my eyes so hard right now.
All right.
Yeah, just standing right beside you. Just like, yeah, your god's doing it.
Absinthe, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. Nessie, you watch this creature just devour a human being in one go.
Nessie like stumbles back a little bit and just, Absence, what are these things? What are these things, Absence? What are these things that just appeared?
Do I know what these things are?
Unless you are let's see. I would say unless you are some kind of fantasy marine biologist, you would have no idea what these things are.
I just look at Nessie and I go, oh, just things that we're going to need to destroy. Don't even worry about it. We're very strong.
All right, we're fighting then? Are we fighting?
Yeah, give it your best shot. I believe in you. You look very strong.
All right. She unbuttons her cardigan and from her belt pulls out like a flintlock pistol that's got these inscribed glowing runes on it, and is just gonna shoot at this bottom one here.
Okay. Fifteen hits.
All right. So yeah, as it goes off, it fires like a blast of light instead of a bullet. 11 piercing.
Okay, fantastic. 11 piercing. Anything else, Nessie? Or does Clawhood do anything now?
He goes after me. I don't think. I think he's just gonna try to make herself as small as possible against the wall here. And I'll end my turn, but Clawhood goes right after me.
Okay.
I think she might actually just be too stunned to even issue a command to Clawhood, so I think Clawhood is just gonna hang out.
Okay. That takes us back to the top of the round then. Solrin.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
How wide exactly is this ring of slime or whatever around it?
It is a 10-foot radius out from the creature.
Okay. Well, this puts me in a bit of a bind. It's not a whole lot I can do. Because I literally have 0 ranged attacks. Yeah, there's legitimately nothing I can do. Except get into its range again and be stuck again, I think.
Well, you could do what you did before, is bonus action disengage.
True.
You could do like a bunch of like hit and run stuff, but that's up to you.
All right, I'll give it a try. What the hell? I'll move in close, and I will actually attempt to use my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Which, with my quarterstaff, I also have Where is it? Here. I have the topple. So if I hit, I can force it to make a con save. And if it fails, it would be considered prone.
Okay.
Just don't fail me now, dice. You failed me. No, that would actually be a 17.
17 hits.
All right, and that's another. I believe it's a 1d6, right? No, it's a 1d8. Okay. For 7 damage,
Okay.
and it has to make a con save of 15.
15. Okay. It's got a +4 to its con mod because these things are hardy creatures. But let's see. I rolled a 2. It's 2 on the die, so it's a total of 6. So it is toppled.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
Yep, so it is now considered prone.
Okay. We will give it the prone condition. It's broken shield. Let's see. That's a good enough one. It's prone. I'm gonna tilt him over too.
Okay. All right, and then I guess I'll just disengage, and I had moved what? I had to move about 15 feet in.
Yes.
So that leaves me with, because I can only move half, it only moves me about 8 feet. So I'm still technically just on the outside edge of his patch here. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Well, it's the creature's turn. This one is going to spend half of its movement to get up. And he's just gonna move in just a little bit to get to you.
As a reaction, because I'm focusing on Mantle of Command, I'm going to command Solrin. The goddess absent has blessed you to be fleet of foot. You can move half your speed away as it's approaching you.
Okay. That's 15, so that would actually put me about to there, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Much appreciated.
You
So
owe me
it's-
some prayers.
So it goes from there, and then it's going to move in one more, but it does not have reach on you. So it's just its mucus aura is still active.
Okay.
But it cannot attack you because it's had to spend its movement to get up. So that was it for it. This one here, let's see. Oh. Okay. And move to there.
Oh, shit.
And Nessie, evens or odds this time?
She's an even skill.
That's a 3. So it doesn't go after Clawhador. It's gonna go after you because you look meaty and appetizing.
That's the preferred outcome.
So it is going to try to attempt to bite you. +4 to hit. That is a 16 on the die for a dirty 20.
Well, yeah, that hits.
Okay, unfortunately, right?
But
Okay, I like butts, but go ahead, butt.
but she has shield, so she's gonna shield it.
Okay. So
Which puts me at 21.
okay, it attempts to bite you, and as its maw
It just like
goes to
instinctively panics and does a spell she's maybe never even done before.
so it opens its mouth really wide as if to engulf you the way that it did the other woman, but this protective magical shield, kind of like an umbrella over you, a safety
Yeah, so just like-
parasol.
Gross.
but its teeth gnash against it, and you see them kind of like skirt against the ethereal magical barrier you put up. You can tell that if it would have hit you, that it would have tried to just swallow you whole. But even though it didn't swallow you, it's gushing this viscous goo, and it's just all in the area. But that is its turn. That brings us to Gek. Gek, it is your turn.
These things are so weird.
Mm-hmm.
She's just intently staring at them. I want to do what you did now. And she's just gonna run up with her quarterstaff up to the creature and try to smack it.
Okay.
That's not gonna hit though.
What's your total?
It's an 8.
An 8.
Oof.
Yeah, an 8 does not hit.
Yeah. So you just see her, she's like, I'm gonna be as cool as you, and try to come running up, and then just get sticky little feet. And she's like, and just completely miss.
All right.
You know what? That'll be her turn.
Okay.
Just dealing with in a sticky situation right now.
All right, that's her turn. That brings us to Absinthe. Absinthe, it is your turn.
Absinthe is feeling fatigued and doesn't want to exert a lot more effort, so I'm just gonna use like a basic ability. It needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Which
14.
which one? The one in front of Nessie, or the one that?
Yes, the one in front of Nessie.
Okay, intelligence
The one
saving
that's
throw.
trying to eat my new friend.
Yeah, this is just Absinthe, please help. Absinthe, please help. Please help.
I'm
Please help.
Of course, you know, put your hands together and pray, and my God will save us.
So it has a -4 in intelligence.
Perfect.
So,
Number in a sack of hammers.
so it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
-3.
Amazing. It takes 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay,
And that's it.
that's it. No, there's no other effects. Just three damage.
It's basically a cantrip.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. Awesome. So yeah, with a -3, it takes 3 damage. Anything else, Absinthe?
No, I like to do my stuff in between everyone's turns, so once again I get to be the center of attention.
Fair enough. You are also, do not forget, you are in the mucusy goo.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me because if I don't move, then I can use my reaction to make other people move.
Oh, very cool. That brings us to Nessie. Nessie, it's your turn, and this thing tried to eat you.
Nessie like has her hands clamped together into that prayer form, and then she's like got her eyes squeezed shut. And after you do what you did, Absinthe, she just kind of like opens her eyes. Did anything happen?
Yes, but it was you didn't pray very hard, so it wasn't very much.
Oh, well, I suppose I can try to do something then.
Yes, true faith comes from within, and she just like looks to the side.
I think we're just gonna. There's a lot of stuff around here, right?
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff around here. Absolutely.
All right, anything weighing 1 to 5 pounds.
1 to 5 pounds. There's a plate of fruit. There's likely like these lobsters. There's rolls and fish. There's a crab pot over here.
Let's just hit him with like a bunch of lobsters.
Okay, you're gonna jettison a bunch of lobsters at him. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna use catapult, so it's gotta make a dex save.
All right, dex saving throw. Let's go. It has a +1. That's a 10 total.
Insufficient. 12 bludgeoning as it is pelted with lobsters.
Lobster pult. All right. So you harness whatever magical energy you have, and you just start flinging.
She just like desperately looks around for the closest thing that looks throwable, and her eyes settle on lobsters, and she just, oh well, that'll do.
So you jettison a bunch of lobsters, and this guy running the stall, he's like, "Oi!" And he grabs a lobster and he throws it at the creature.
Go, let's go, new strat unlocked.
he throws a lobster.
They're weak to lobsters, everyone. They have a shellfish allergy, I think.
But
So do I.
this guy thinks like it's gonna work, so he throws it, and then it just bounces off of the rubbery hide of this lamprey-like creature. Not as efficient as what Nessie did, but it's fine. So Nessie, is that your turn, or are you gonna try to move, or are you gonna try to let Clawhador do something this turn? Clawhador also casts catapult and more lobsters.
All the lobsters.
Raining lobsters.
She's just gonna command Clawhador to help out. So on his turn, he's just gonna attack.
Okay.
I forget what his bonus is. It's mine. Perfect. Let's go. All right. That is a 16. I just rolled it on my dice.
Okay. The 13's the number you need, so you're good.
All right. So that's gonna be another. What type of damage? Force damage. That's 5 force.
5 force. Okay. Damage taken. And is that your turn?
He just slams. That's Clawhador's turn.
Okay.
He just slams it into the side of the creature with his metal body.
He like
So,
his little claw feet kind of get stuck in the mucus, and then he leans in and just kind of like throws his full weight up against the creature.
Good hit, Clawhador.
Back to the top, Solrin.
All right. I'm not going to move, and I am going to hold my turn.
Okay. So you're gonna hold your turn. That brings us to the creatures. So Gek, you've moved in close, so this creature wants to eat you.
Oh shit. Oh well.
Well, it has an intelligence of like 3, so
Yeah.
it wants to eat. Gek, it's got a +4 to hit. 9 on the die, +4 is 13.
It does not hit.
Okay. Woo! So it misses. Are you going? What are you? Or when are you planning on taking your turn there, Solrin? Just so that way I know for.
Who is up after this creature?
Well, the other creature, and then Gek.
Yeah.
Okay. I will go right after Gek's turn.
Okay. All right. This one is again going to attack Nessie. That is a 16 plus 2 plus 4. 16 plus 4, so that's another dirty 20.
again. All right, we won't shield him.
You're not gonna shield. Okay.
Nah.
That is 10 points of 10 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a an acrobatics or athletics check.
21.
21. Okay. You are not grappled by the creature. But yes, it does deal the damage. So other than that, that is its turn. That's all that creature does. So now it is Gek's turn. Gek?
All right. I don't like this sticky situation, so we're gonna bonus action disengage to go about right there. And then I'm going to cast Chill Touch on him.
Ooh, okay.
20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
Awesome. Where did my D8 go? There it is. 7 points of damage.
All right. Damage taken.
Okay.
And I heard lobsters work, so I'm gonna go stand over by the lobster cart.
Arm yourself with lobsters, everyone.
Yes, yes.
All right, Sovereign,
Okay.
you held turn, so it's your turn.
Yeah, I had something in mind, but Gek short-circuited that, so that's not going to work anymore.
My apologies.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I was literally just going to get you out away from the creature. Let's think then. In that case, I'm going to use because I'm not currently engaged with that creature. I'm going to use the feline agility to get beyond the creature to its other side.
Okay.
So instead of being able to move 60, I still move 30, which should put me about there.
Okay. That will mark you an attack of opportunity if you move past it, though.
I wasn't engaged with it though.
You're moving through a threatened square, like, unless you're going
Oh,
around
is that?
it. Unless you're going around it.
All right, hold on.
Like,
Okay, well, then
like
just-
if
never mind, I won't do
you
that.
show me your track, like if you show me where you're going,
Never mind. It's not worth it. I guess I'll just have to attack it then. That's all I've got now.
well, I mean, you could move. Let me see.
Looking at your map up here, I am in a corner. I'm fucked either way.
Well, this is an awning, so you could move like over this stuff here if you wanted to.
Oh, that's not a roof. I thought it was a roof, and this was just under the corner of the roof.
Well, it is a roof, but it's just like it's just over. You can move under that.
Okay. Well, in that case, I don't actually need to use that. Instead, I can just move. Like I'd be underneath here now, and just use hide.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Okay. Oof. It's a 15.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
Ninja. All right. You have the ninja condition. You are now a ninja.
Ninja vanish.
Next up, that would be Absinthe.
Gonna look around to everyone and say, please, my god needs your prayers in order to perform a miracle. And then I'm going to use Ego Whip on the creature.
Okay.
So it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
At a -4, let's go. That's a 6 total.
Yeah, that does not work. So it's gonna take 3d8. And then it's filled with self-doubt, leaving it only able to use its action next turn to dodge, disengage, or hide.
Dodge, disengage. Okay.
Oh no. One of the dice is stuck.
Oh no.
There we go.
Take that, Ego.
11, 18 damage.
18. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 7, a 6, and a 5.
So it can only dodge, disengage, or hide.
Hide.
Okay.
Mhm. And I'm gonna make a big show of having my eyes glow as if I'm being possessed by the will of the goddess.
Okay. All right, damage taken. Nessie, it is your turn unless there's anything else Absinthe can do.
No, I'm just gonna look cool.
It can only dodge, disengage, hide till when?
Till the end of its
Still
next
waiting
turn.
Okay, so you're saying if I step away from it now, I'm good.
Yes. Until the end of its next turn, yeah.
Yeah, until the end of its next turn.
All right, we're taking that opportunity. She's wading out of the muck.
Okay.
Yes,
Gross,
come to the
gross,
lobsters.
Gross. I think she's just gonna turn right around and pull out the gat again.
Okay. Pop a cap in it. You can do it.
12.
12 does not hit, unfortunately. 13 is your number.
Well, I'm sure you'll do better than me, Claudio. And then Claudio is going to attack.
Okay.
Get a 14
14 hits.
with a. That's 3 force.
3. Okay.
And then he's gonna dutifully move next turn.
Yeah, that is what a butler want to do. That is what he will do. The man here again throws another lobster. But because the creature's taking the dodge action, it dodges out of the way of a lobster. This woman, she picks up her chair, and she goes to throw her chair, but again, the creature is taking the dodge action, so the chair just sails over.
No, it's only lobsters. He's not allergic to chairs.
But I don't have a lobster.
Go get a lobster.
Where can I get a lobster? And the guy's like, I've got lobsters over here. But that is their turn because they're trying to help. It's the best that they can do. That brings us back to the top of the round, Solren.
Well, I am currently hidden.
Yes.
Trying to think then. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have a ranged weapon, so that's not going to do me any good anyway. I guess what I can... There's actually not a whole hell of a lot I can do. That's the problem, not having any ranged attacks of any kind. I guess I'm just going to have to hold my turn again.
Okay. When are you going to hold your turn? What is the...
I literally have nothing I can do.
Okay.
Except put myself right back into its clutches again. Which would defeat the purpose of hiding.
True.
I guess until it turns to head in a different direction, if it does.
Okay. So evens or odds there, Solren, because it's the creature's turns now.
I'll go with odds.
Okay. So the lamprey creature is going to move under there. And
as soon as he hits here, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw.
Also, as soon as he comes close to Ness, I command Ness to run away.
okay. All right.
So Ness, move half your speed away from the incoming creature. And you just hear in your head, "The goddess Absinthe blesses you with fleet feet."
And I am throwing a hail of spores at him.
Okay, is that a reaction, Gek?
Yes.
Okay. So he needs to make a what kind of save?
Con saving throw.
All right, he gets a +4. That is a 10 on the die for a total of 14.
That beats it. Okay.
Okay, so it moves in. I assume that Absinthe used the reaction to make Nessie run away.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that being said, that makes you the only target, so it is going to attack you.
I have to do all the work around here.
14 and 4 is 18.
18 definitely hits. My AC is trash.
Oh no. 7 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
And I need you to make an acrobatics or athletics check, please.
I am good at neither. Yeah, a 3.
Okay. So when it hits with its bite attack, and the target fails its grapple, you are instantly swallowed. So while you are swallowed, you are blinded and restrained. You have total cover against attacks and other effects outside of the creature. And at the start of each of this creature's turns, you're going to start taking acid damage. However, it is not its turn. It's not the start of its next turn, so you've got time. So, but you are currently inside the creature.
I'm pissed.
It is
Oh.
gross in there.
All of this, and I was waiting for it to just stop moving.
Yeah, so Solrin is supposed to be taking care of this creature. Completely
Yeah, except
failed.
before I could say anything, y'all were like, "Oh, reaction, reaction, reaction!" I'm like, well, I can't do anything. And reaction's faster than a regular movement, so I'm like, "Fuck."
I went ahead and helped you stay out of its clutches, and now look at me, eating.
Now I'm in its clutches.
So yes, you are blinded and restrained.
It's about to have
but
a bad day.
but you have total cover from attacks if anything chooses to attack you now.
Great.
That is the lamprey's turn. Gek, it is your turn. You watch
Well,
it as
actually,
it.
it was supposed to be my turn.
Oh yeah,
now,
yeah,
because I was
actually,
holding
yeah.
it.
So go ahead.
I am going to use the feline agility to
Okay.
get right up behind it,
Okay.
and I'm going to hit it with my quarterstaff and try to topple it again.
Okay.
With me
All right.
inside it?
Yes, because originally I was going to hit it before it could do anything, but I didn't get the chance. Oh God, never mind. Nat 1.
Okay. You go to run through the mucus and your foot slips and you kind of like face plant into like right into the goo, like right behind it. It's got a full belly, so it can't like swallow anything else. But you've garnered its attention at least in some form now, Soren. So you are no longer hidden.
Man, fucking tastic.
Okay. This is going swimmingly. Now it is Gek's turn. Gek, you have a turn. You watch Soren hit the ground. In the gooey ground.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to smack it so it hopefully lets Absinthe go. Hopefully. Plus 4. 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Awesome. Can't remember if that was the AC or not.
Yep, 13's AC.
That is 7 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm trying to beat you out of it. This is all I got.
That's fine. 7 is not enough to get it to regurgitate a swallowed creature. So do you have anything else that you can do there, Gek? Because you used your reaction already. Do you have a bonus action?
Yeah, no. Not that I can use in this situation until I can get her out.
Okay. That being said, Absinthe, you are restrained and
Absinthe is
I'm blinded.
pissed. She didn't want to reveal much of her power, but clearly she has to do all the work here.
I feel like inside you just hear Gek, let her out!
Oh, jeez. You know what? Being a religious icon and god is so difficult. You really do just have to shoulder the burden of society. I'm gonna do combustion. It needs to make a constitution save.
Okay. That is a total of an 8. So combustion.
Yeah, that does not work. It's about to take 3d10 fire damage. It catches
Damn.
on fire, and it's going to take 1d6 fire damage at the end of each of its turns until my concentration ends, or until it or a creature adjacent to it extinguishes the flames with an action.
Will that affect anyone outside of the creature itself? Like, will that affect
No.
Solrin or Gek or these?
It does not have an area effect around it. It is very simply the creature
Okay.
is being set on fire.
Okie dokie. So go ahead and roll me that 3d10 first.
That is 6 plus 6 plus 2, so 14 fire damage.
Okay. You. How do you burst free from this creature as it's completely immolated and turned into goo and mush?
I'm going to. You just see the creature start developing these pustules of green fire, and as one coalesces and becomes huge in its center, I'm going to burst out in a halo of green flames as my eyes are glowing and just say, "The goddess Absinthe has granted you a miracle."
All right, so that creature is
You
dead.
really are God.
That creature is effectively dead. All right. And that's your turn, I assume, unless you have anything
Yes.
else.
I have the vapors now. I'm very tired from all this performing, so I'm done.
Okay. All right. Next up is Nessie. Nessie, you watch as Absinthe first gets eaten, and as your companions try to hit this thing like some kind of rubbery pinata, she bursts out in this green gout of flame, like something out of an eldritch book. So what do you do?
Why is it on fire? Why is it on fire, Claudio? Why is it on fire? Oh, it's dead. All right. And she'll just take aim at the other one.
Okay.
instead.
Okay.
She was like leveling her pistol and like muttering to herself, "Please don't hit Absinthe. Please don't hit Absinthe." And then it bursts into flames, and she stopped, and then turns her aim over to that one.
Okay.
Bruh. All right, she missed.
But were you taking an aim action or?
Yeah, I was just shooting at that one.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately a 10 does not hit. Anything else, Nessie, as you fire and it collides with some of the crates that are behind it?
She'll just command Claudio to attack as well.
Okay.
With his what's my modifier? Dirty 20.
Okay, that hits.
For another 5 force.
Another 5 force. Okay. It looks extremely bad. In fact, its gooey aura has diminished severely. The other one didn't really get a chance because Absinthe just turned it into a Roman candle.
Microwaved it.
But that is its turn. Actually, I can turn off the other one too because it is dead. So there's no goo sticking out of that one. So, all right. Soren, it is your turn.
Well, unfortunately, there's not much I'm going to be able to do because I was on my face. So I have to use half of my movement to just stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And that would only get me to about there, I think, after, right? Let's see, 5.
Well,
10.
you
Yeah,
you have feline agility, which gets you extra speed too.
But I can only use it after I spend 1 turn not moving.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess that's the best I can do is just move to there, and then that's it.
Absinthe gives Solrin the biggest side eye.
But he can't see it.
Yeah, but his little creature can chitter about it in his ear.
No, currently, he's on the opposite side, so he doesn't, Snack doesn't see anything.
Okay, well, you know how you sometimes have that uncanny that you can't actually see them? Just know
your
that's
ears are
happening.
burning. You know, she's looking at you, and your ears are burning. That being said, Soren, is that your turn?
Yeah, it's all I have. Yeah, I
right.
don't have anything ranged, so.
Okay. I'm gonna flip a coin. Evens, it's Soren. Odds, it's Absinthe.
Before you do that,
Yes.
I'm going to just yell out at it, just something nasty. Just yell something to try to get its attention. Like, you smelly bastard.
Okay.
Over here. Try, because I can tell just by the lazy sound in, Absinthe's voice and everything that just exploded that she's pretty much just out of it right now. So I'm going to try to draw its attention.
Okay. That's fair. That's good teamwork. And anyways, it's gonna come for you anyhow.
All right. Well, then,
That is a 10 on the die plus 4, 14.
does not hit.
14 does not hit. Okay. It attempts to bite you, but fails. Next up is Gek.
Okay.
It looks really, really bad. If that
Okay.
is any indication of how this creature looks right now.
All right, so I don't need to use that. Thank you. Yeah, we're just gonna run up and try to hit it.
Okay.
That's not gonna hit. That's an 8.
An 8. Yeah, an 8 does not hit. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Absence took damage. How medically, how is she looking?
Oh, I'm looking at a little weathered, but nothing a good night's sleep couldn't cure.
Okay. And Nessie? I don't know if Nessie took damage actually.
She did.
She did? How's she looking?
Her cardigan's all bloody. She's got some teeth marks on her.
We're gonna cast Healing Word on you then.
She will be fine though, but
No, I'm gonna cast it. It's
yeah, go
whatever.
for it if you want.
Oh, cool. We're gonna do max, and you get 10 points of health back.
All right, well, fine then.
Okay.
Cardigan's a bit bloody, but she's perfectly fine.
All right.
That
Cool.
blood on the cardigan, it freaked me out.
After Gek, Absinthe.
Yes, it needs to roll that intelligence saving throw, because I'm not casting the big guns on this when nobody's praying to me.
Let's see. -4. That is 11.
That does not work against a 14 DC. So it's going to take... Oh, just a lazy 2, as I just kind of finger guns at it.
Okay, two points of damage. Okay. Not enough to take it down, but it looks even worse than before. Nessie, it is your turn unless Absinthe has anything else. Any bonus actions or
Oh, I could have added 2 more damage to it, but I did things in the wrong order, so it's fine.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah, because I'd have to retcon, because if I switch my if I switch my discipline as a bonus action, then I can add 2 points to any psychic, which that would have been psychic, so it would have been 4. Would that make a
Okay.
difference?
No, it wouldn't make a difference. It still would not be it wouldn't be dead yet.
And then we'll just say that I'm taking a little breather from doing so much work. That
Okay.
I'm not going to do that.
she's just so done. She's so done. Nessie, it is your turn.
Yeah, we're just gonna shoot it again.
Okay.
That is a 13.
13 meets.
All right. Where's my D10? D&D Beyond dice weren't treating me well, so I just
That's
was rolling
fair.
better than Nessie, so I'm flipping to the real dice.
That's fine. That's 100% okay.
It's going to be 7 piercing from Nessie.
7. Okay. So how does Nessie eradicate her first living creature? More than likely, how does this happen?
I think she's aiming with her flintlock, and she's kind of holding it with both hands, and her hands are shaking, and she's got her eyes kind of screwed shut, and she's barely looking at it. She's just got like one eye kind of barely peeking at it, and she just, please let this work, please let this work, please let this work, and then she squeezes the trigger and fires, and she has her eyes closed, but after like a moment of silence, she opens them. Oh, it did work. God, no, it worked.
Yeah, your pistol rings out, and again, it doesn't give off like. Does it sound like a gun when it goes off, or is it just?
It's like sort of like a combination. Like there's like a sort of a flintlock firing noise, and there's like a burst of almost like mist instead of smoke, and then it fires off this like arcane bolt of purple light instead of like a normal bullet. But yeah, Gek, you just get this like arc of purple light over your shoulder as it slams into the creature.
as the creature falls, the townsfolk are really excited, and they're thankful that you've taken out these creatures. The man with the lobster stand actually takes one lobster and he hucks it at the corpse of the one just to make sure. And upon receiving confirmation, at least to himself, that it is indeed dead, he makes his way up to you first, Nessie. And he shakes your head. He's like, "Oh, thank you so much. Oh, it's terrible." And he's like, "But," and he looks down at the stall down here and he says, "But it's a shame about Patricia."
Yeah, I slice up in the creature. Is that woman in any way alive?
No, she's not.
Oh. Well, now we can give her last rites or whatever.
So, as you're taking care of that creature and trying to get the remains of the woman out, the market begins to settle to like this uneasy calm. Sound of the panicked villagers fade into a low murmur as sailors and the merchants gather around you. They're all exchanging like wide-eyed glances. There's the smell of brine and blood and something else probably lingering from these creatures. And it stays in the air. And the docks that were once teeming with life now bear the scars of this vicious battle. There's broken wood and overturned crates, but off in the distance you see a man. He strides towards all of you. He makes his way to all of you, and this man, he wears sailor vestments, but there's something off about them. They look to be like more like admiral's vestments from the seam of things. Yes, Nessie, the tiefling man is wounded. Not by much, but it looks like he was just kind of like scuffed up from like ducking behind barrels and maybe some of the splintered wood. But the man looks to be wearing like admiral's attire. And he makes his way to all of you, and he's got this stoic expression on his face. He's got a very broad frame, marked by years of hard labor on the seas. But he seems a little weighed down by these events, and his eyes are calculating all of you. And after a while, he speaks. Well fought. Had you not stepped in, we'd have lost many more lives this day. And he looks back at the carnage of like the burning exploded corpse and the one that's been gutted to let the woman out.
While he's talking, Solrin actually just kind of walks around over here, away from everything, and just sits down, facing away from everyone.
Okay.
Absinthe is attempting to take all of the credit and tout how much of a miracle it was that she brought to this town. Yes, you can add your prayers to the goddess Absinthe who protected you on this day.
Well, whatever powers be with you, it's clear you got skill and wit about you. But this attack, these creatures are coming up out of the sea. They're restless too. I don't think it's any coincidence. Something foul's taken foot, and I think
What are these? Gek's just kind of like poking them.
These are overgrown lamprey, is what they are. Something's twisted them, made them into monsters. I know that it's got something to do with that island, and I've put it off for as long as I can, and I don't know what's been stirring over there, and I'm really not sure what kind of omens there have been since the lighthouse went black, but I can't stand for this happening to my people. Not my folk. No. I saw you talking to old Chip, and I think I can lift the travel ban. If you're willing to look after what's going on that island. We lost old Patty. I don't want to lose any more. Is that something y'all think you can do?
I mean,
Absinthe glances at Nessie and gives her like a thumbs up. And then just mouths the word miracle.
Well,
Nessie
I
just kind of
don't,
nods along.
I don't know about me. I want to go there for a dragon, and she's gonna point over to the rest, and she's like, and they all got their own different reasons. I forget why they all want to go again, though.
Well, I'd be really thankful if you'd be able to look into it. I know it ain't much, but if you're wanting a vessel that'll get you there quick, Chips is the one that'll do it for you. And I'll make sure my guards turn their eyes the other way when his ship leaves dock. Does that sound like a right plan to you folk?
I
Yes.
think it sounds perfectly fine. It's what we all wanted to do, right? Right, everyone? Perfect. We're all
Yes.
in agreement.
Yes, when can we leave?
Let me let my boys take a tea break, and you should be able to go within the hour.
Surely we can just have tea on the boat, no?
And the the man looks to Solrin and then Absinthe and then Gek, but mostly to Absinthe. because he realizes that one of them is a what appears to be a goblin child who is really a goblin adult, one who is a blind a blind feline, and the other who just looks to be a tired priest at this point. He says,
Absinthe isn't tired as in physically tired, because she definitely could have done more in that battle. She just looks like she's stubbornly not doing any more until people pray to her.
but he's like, she doesn't understand. He says, and he makes his way over to you, Nessie. He like slowly makes his way over. He goes, lass, I'm gonna tell my guards to go on break so they don't see you leave the docks. I need to have time to talk to them.
Aren't you in charge, though?
Yes.
So surely you could just tell them to let us leave.
Yeah, can't you just like write a letter being like, hey, I'm Mr. Bossman, and I decree that these people can just go.
You know, that is kind of weird. Why can't you just say that this particular boat is allowed to leave? Like, why does it have to be so secret? Are you keeping secrets?
You hear Solren sigh heavily in the back, and he kind of turns to everybody and goes, first of all, he's going to need time to find his people to tell them. Second of all, we don't want to start a mass panic of people fleeing or going out to get hurt. Think, man. Think, people.
But wouldn't it give people hope to know that their mayor has sent an intrepid group of heroes to solve a problem that we all have?
Yes, lass, but if I send one ship out, I'm not sending a dozen ships out that will get caught in storms. I don't know that Chip can get you to where you need to go. I just know that his ship is the fastest and would be more likely to get you there. I'm not risking more lives than necessary. I have my process, trust it, and you'll still get to go.
I was told there wasn't a travel ban at all, just that everyone was too afraid to go. Is that wrong?
I have advised everyone in town to stay put for their safety.
Are you saying there is a travel ban then?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Someone ought to tell that other fellow, because he wasn't aware.
I'll make sure that he's apprised.
Perhaps you ought to put a sign up.
The more you argue, the more I'm looking to rescind the fact that I'm letting you go and possibly die.
No,
Is that so?
go see
We
the
could probably bring these monsters back to life then.
Can you do that?
I'm the mouth of the goddess. I can do anything.
Really?
I don't think Absinthe could do that.
No, for real life, Absinthe can't do that, but she wants people to think she can do that.
Anything?
Of course, I'm a goddess. I am the prophet of a goddess.
Well, let's put it this way. I'm not going to ask how your weapons were unbonded and how you just managed to be at the right place at the right time. So again, I'm willing to work with you and allow you the ability to leave on a ship that may get you to where you need to go if you can look into this for us. I think the specifics are a little muddied at this point, but you still get to go. I just need to make sure that not everyone panics and tries to go and they all go to their dooms.
In other words, we are expendable in an effort to make it so that the rest of the people can leave later.
I wouldn't put it that way, but that's not incorrect. Besides, you all want to go, though.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yes, thank you for your goodwill. We will await the tea break.
The man nods his head, and he starts making his way over here. And when he does, you hear this small clink of coin as he drops it on top of this barrel. And he heads off.
Why did he do that?
Sir, you forgot your gold.
Absinthe loves Nessie.
So Nessie, you're bandaging up this man, and he's thanking you profusely. He's like, "Oh, thank you. Oh, I don't think that we could have made it out without you. We couldn't have made it out without you. You're right, brilliant. You are."
Nessie looks over at the stall. This is his lobster stall, right?
Yes, it's his lobster stall.
That I imagine she probably wrecked a little bit with her catapult.
Oh yeah. Like some of the lobsters, like when you went to launch them out of the wheelbarrow, like
Yeah,
some of
took
them
a
like
bit of a stall with
half
her.
split. Yeah.
So she kind of like looks a little guilty, but it's like, this was your stall, right?
Oh yeah, but don't worry. We crab in these waters all the time. It's fine.
Yes, but well, it's an awful lot of food that I've just wasted. Well, we're going to need provisions. How much are your lobsters?
You mean all of them? You mean what's left? And he walks over, and you see him like pick up a few. He tosses out like a few like that are like now half shelled because they splattered against the cart.
Yeah, she just points at the whole stall.
Yeah. You mean all of it? I guess maybe 20 gold. That's they're not worth
Deal.
much.
Deal.
Oh, well, then so she motioned to the whole stall, not just the lobsters.
He's just buying the stall.
He's like 20 he's like, I can't let you do that. Here, and he starts like packing up stuff, and he's grabbing barrels like that are filled with like fresh caught fish and like shrimp and clams and mussels. Like he's mostly got like shellfish at his stall. And he gives you like a couple barrels. He's like, if you're wanting all of it, I mean 50 would take all of it, but I can't let you do that. You saved me, you saved some folk, and yeah, here. And he just hands it to you.
We need provisions for the journey, after all. Isn't that right, everyone?
While everybody else was busy with that and paying attention, I just scooped up the pouch.
Okay. So you scoop up the pouch, and do you do a quick count of what's inside there, Solrin?
I kind of like just push it open enough that that Snack can kind of drop down into the bag, and he runs around it for a second, and then comes back up on my shoulder.
Oh, it's platinum coins. There's platinum coins in there.
I
And
go dead still.
there's at least 75 platinum coins in this bag.
Yep, I go dead still, and then just slip that into like my own bag, and I don't tell them what's in it.
Okay, last roll of the night. Go ahead and make a stealth check or a sleight of hand check against
Okay.
people's passive perceptions,
Let's see. Let me.
because we're getting close on time, and I don't want to keep everybody
Yep.
for too late.
Yep. Let me pop that back up. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da. My sleight of hand is actually like really high, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Okay, so 18.
18. Okay. I don't know if anyone's passive perception is higher than 18, or if anyone's actively watching you.
I think Gek went over to get that bag.
I was watching the bag.
Okay, so go ahead and make a perception check for me there, Gek.
Okay. Oh, what is my perception? No, I don't see it.
Okay, you go to walk over, and then all of a sudden it's gone.
Wait, where did it go? It was just. Did he leave a bag?
Yes,
Perhaps-
I thought I saw a bag being left. Is
Yes,
it
I
no
think he
longer
forgot
there?
something when he. Is it gone?
I don't know.
It's not here.
Maybe
Well, I
he came
certainly
back to
didn't
get
see
it.
anything.
Oh, don't worry.
That's a
I can
joke.
actually see where it went if we're very concerned about it. I'm sure that if somebody took it, they definitely have goodwill.
Can your god find it?
I actually can.
Soren actually like makes a motion at Absinthe to follow him for a second.
Hold on, I have to make a
oh.
personal roll. Just because I don't think Absinthe trusts Solrin at all. Alright, she'll follow.
Okay.
Okay. Just out of earshot of everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Um,
strange that two party members have just walked in the same direction away from everybody.
Well, all right. Is Absinthe?
Right, that's
Listen.
me and my god.
Yes. I am going to tell you what I found in this, but I don't think we should be letting anyone else know what I found in this. There are 50 platinum coins in here. That is a great deal of money, and I would prefer if we didn't have every other thief, pickpocket, mugger, and everyone else on the entire frickin' pier trying to murder us right now.
Is what you've said completely truthful and honest?
Yes.
I'm going to roll an insight on that.
Okay.
Reading his aura. What?
All right, and you also need to make a deception check there, Solrin, because you said 50, and then there was more than 50 in there.
17
oh.
insight.
Oh. Never mind. No, the knight said 75. Never mind.
Okay.
I
Still, she would
misremembered that.
No, I was
misremembered
going to say
so-
that's a clever lie. It's like
I don't-
there are 50 coins in here. Yes, yes.
No. I am chaotic good, so yeah, no. No.
Okay.
Well, for some reason 50 stuck in my brain.
All right. So what's your Are you trying to deceive, or are you being
No.
completely honest? Okay. He's being
You know,
completely
I
honest with you.
misremembered.
He's being completely honest with you then, Absinthe.
You know, you're quite shifty, and it's interesting you decided to take ownership of this, but I
Well,
sense you're being
this-
truthful for now, so I'm not going to make a kerfuss about it, but be careful who you betray, kitty cats.
I will simply be honest with you again then. As little as I care for you, I do know that you are probably among the more intelligent of our party. No offense to the others. They don't seem like bad people, as a matter of fact.
I'm pretty sure
But-
that one's a scholar, though. And she points to
But-
Nancy.
Yeah.
Hang on, you gotta let me finish. Gotta let me finish.
Damn.
But from one bullshitter to another, I think this should stay between us for now.
Gold or platinum or copper or silver or whatever has been paid is not the currency I work with. I work in prayers, so I'm not entirely concerned over what you've done here. So
No,
it's
you
not
fool.
me
You're
you
not
need
listening to me at all, are you?
No, you're not understanding
If we
me.
let-
I don't give a shit if you steal from the party. But
I'm
you're
not
just
stealing from the party, you nit.
stealing from the
If-
party. You didn't give anyone a choice when you picked up that bag, do you? So you're
Do you
pretty
want to die?
group. I think
Because
we
if-
both know who would win in this fight.
Not between us, you fool. Listen. Listen, if everyone on this pier knew that there was this much money sitting in a single bag amongst only 4 people, do you not think they would completely rush us? In the state this town is currently in, that kind of money?
Me, because as I said, I have no interest. It's you who's holding the bag, and she just walks away.
I take back everything I said about her having any intelligence at all.
Um.
And I walk back to the party.
Okay.
And that's why sphinxes are the only creatures able to manipulate time. I bet you didn't know that.
Are they really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys are back!
Oh, hello.
Yes, we simply went on a bit of a walk to try to air out some grievances. We're fine. We're fine.
The grievances were not aired, but the walk is finished.
I've secured us provisions for the trip.
Yeah, and if we run into any more of these things, we'll have enough of their allergies to win.
Well, I
That's true
can't
as well.
wait for the next adventure.
And as the group of you gathers back up, next time, you can speak to Captain Chip and book passage with the conscientious assistance of the mayor of the town, telling his guardsmen to turn a blind eye to a ship leaving the harbor. So, that's where we're gonna end for the night.
Yay, thank you for
Thank
running it
you.
for us.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Again, friends, everyone is copied in the title of the stream. So if you're not following Skylar Cat, Kumo Kishi, the Amazing Dinah, or Charlemagne J. Shackleford, aka Grand Lorian on Twitch, please do so. I would really appreciate it if you did that, because again, they've taken their time to play with me. And they are all fantastic streamers, and they have content that is more than worth watching. So do so at your own leisure. So once again, thank you, players. We will see when we play again next, because I believe next week, what is it, Charlemagne? We got
Canadian Thanksgiving.
Canadian Thanksgiving. Yay!
Yeah.
No,
So-
there's like a chance that I might be fine, but if you just want to say no, just to make it easier.
Just so that way we don't rush anybody. So we'll take next week off, and then we will resume on the 21st. Is that okay with everybody? Kumo, Dinah, Sky.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay, so players, I hope you enjoyed yourselves tonight.
Yes.
Chat, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. And we'll find somebody to raid out to. So I will let my players go because it is past time for them. But yeah, once again, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I had a blast.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh yeah, loved it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was fun.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the end screen. Actually, I'm gonna mute Discord. You guys can talk amongst yourselves in Discord or abscond or whatever you guys need to do. But again, thank you. So I'm gonna mute you guys. They're not gonna be able to hear you. You can say goodbye to chat if you want. Feel free.
Bye, chat.
Bye.
Bye, Chad. Bye. All right, they're muted. So, friends, thank you all so much. Kumo, thank you for the raid. I'd give you a shout out, but you were in the game, so I don't know if shouting you out is warranted at this point. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway because you dropped in. So there we go. Shout out Kumo Kishi. How was your stream? What did you do? So yeah, we're gonna find somebody to raid into. I believe that let's see, what do we got going on? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna raid into Star Kitty. Star Kitty's playing Sherlock Holmes. She's playing some Sherlock Holmes. So but she's been going for a while though. I don't know how much longer she's gonna be streaming. But we'll drop in there anyway. She's playing Sherlock Holmes. And we're back tomorrow, guys, with Keep on the Shadowfell. So if you are interested in watching a live play of Keep on the Shadowfell adapted for 5th edition, that's what we're doing tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But in the meantime, friends, we're going to go with the good old-fashioned Viking raid. If you have my emotes, use whatever emotes you have. Just be polite, read the room, and as always, please be polite to the streamer about to drop in on them. I mean, them with something I may not be able to respond right away. I'm sure they'll give us if they can, when they can. If you like the streamer's content, please give them a follow. If you really like the content, give them a subscribe. You're not required to do either, but do remember, follow is free. All right, we're back tomorrow. So in the meantime, friends, stay safe, eat well, stay hydrated, and I'm gonna catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.